Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you in a new video. Happy Father's Day, Sunday, June 19th, 2022, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. So I have the honor of placing my Faja, my dad, my pops, on the thumbnail. Got to be able to eat some amazing ribs. We did not get to see a Dodger win, but it's been the first time in a while where we got to watch a good chunk of the Dodgers together. Gregorio in the building says, is that a Fernando card? Either way, go Dodgers. Yes, it is. It is a Fernando Valenzuela autograph with a jersey patch that's game used, numbered to 15. It's fire. Shout out to my boy Odin Son, $10 dono on the Cash App before the stream started. Shout out to my boy Mr. Williams, $55 dono on the Cash App before the stream. So we're already at $65 before the stream even started. YouTube GM knows what the deal is. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. I got some pictures from my dad's place to kind of show you guys, you know, the whole NWSF vibe. So you guys can kind of take a look, you know, to see why I am NWSF. You know, we obviously know I met Griffey and I met Koufax, but to be able to take a quick look to see, you know, my collection, my dad's collection, to see what it's all about, you'll be able to take a quick peek and a quick look. But he definitely loved the card. And like I said, you know, he did me right on my birthday on May 2nd, got me a Ken Griffey Jr. PSA DNA photo frame. Usually those will go for about $100 to $300. Shout out to my dad. And then in return, you know what? I was like, Dad, I got you. Fernando Valenzuela, timeless piece, you know, autograph with a piece of the jersey patch, which is either Dodgers, you know, Los Angeles or Valenzuela. We don't really know with the blue and the white, but it looks like it might be one of the letters in his name. And then obviously it's only serial number to 15. Not all of these are in circulation. So definitely he was very, very happy. And then here is my dad, my pops. He loved it. So we did good. We did good. And then I told you guys we were going to be feasting. So burgers, bacon, baked beans, ribs, coleslaw, potato salad, mac salad, potato chips. I mean, anything that you could think of, we got it. And then as we go into some of the collectibles, you can see like when we met Sandy Koufax on this particular day, and I'll show you right when we go here. So if you look here, this day right here is like my dad meeting his hero, Sandy Koufax. I'm 10 years old, and obviously we know the story with that. And then I ended up meeting Ken Griffey Jr. when I was 7, got the autograph, obviously, on that particular day. But on this particular day, when we met Koufax when I was 10, I've had this in my possession you know, for a number of years, but I ended up giving it back to my dad. And that's a 1964 Topps. Sandy Koufax, you know, autographed that left card. And we just got a nice little frame, and it's been framed up like this since 1992. And like I said, I thought it was such a cool piece that I wanted to hang on to it. But then I was like, you know what, with my dad and everything, I was like, you know what, you should probably have this at your place. And there's the actual photo at my dad's place hanging on the wall. Pops, the hero. Okay, O-Dog with the afro and Sandy Koufax, okay? And then we can kind of look at some of the dad's collectibles. A lot of these I got for him, but he's got Bellinger, you know, Clayton Kershaw. You know, he's got some of these nice collectible, you know, figures that are either stadium giveaways. And then you can kind of look at this. Look at this. All autographed baseballs. And they go back into that shelf. So we're not talking just about one or two. My dad's got them labeled. We don't fuck around. Dodgers mug at the top, you know, from like the 80s. You know, we take care of business. Every photo that you see is autographed. Most of them are PSA DNA. So we got legends, you know, from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. I mean, every photo. The top left one there is Clayton Kershaw, and it just keeps getting better and better and better as you scroll across. And I didn't even have time to get all of them on there. I'm still actually going through some of the photos here. I got a couple more to do. So let me get a couple other photos deleted, and I'll make my way and say hello to everybody as well. But it's definitely a good Father's Day. I hope you guys had a good Father's Day. If you're significant other or your father isn't here anymore, hopefully you actually got to spend some time with family. And shout out to all the dads out there, or all the moms that are doing the mom and the dad role. I know how that goes. Or if you're a dad and you're doing the dad and the mom role, shout out to you guys as well. So let's see what we're at. We're at $65. Shout out to Odin Son. Shout out to Mr. Williams. $65 on the Cash App before the stream even started. That's amazing. It shows you how much love that your boy gets from the fans. So I love you guys. You guys are the best Fanatic fam I could ask for. How's everybody doing tonight? Right? Awesome. You know what I mean? Like I said, sometimes we'll do 5-6 hour streams, and sometimes the donos are a little bit less than we're hoping for. But the next day is another day to, make things change. I got ribs in the fridge. I got my Corona. Let's take a sip. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Amber in the building. So, hi, Ryan. Happy Father's Day, even though he went out for milk 20 years ago. Oh, Amber, my girl, how are you? Nolans Saints in the building. How are you? Let's go. Let's go. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing better than you were. You were not really doing too well last time I talked to you, so I hope things are better. Hey, Pizzle in the building. So, obviously, some of my fans, we are friends on Facebook. Pizzle is one of them. And I noticed that he was going to be in Florida to see like a rock concert. How was the rock concert, Pizzle? It looked like from the last photo that I saw, you guys got some grub. Then you ended up going to the concert. I hope you had a blast, brother. Let's go. Air Whitey said Brewers got a dub. Took back first place. Nice. And I just got a couple more photos to get from Twitter on here because I tried to take – I have a video – but the video, obviously I can't play it on here. I could only put it on like Facebook but I could at least take it in sections. So let me just do a couple more of these so that way I can have them for the rest of the stream. Because I imagine there's going to be there's like 12 or 13 photos. But like I said, each one is a little bit different. So you can kind of see where the fandom comes from me and my dad and being fanatics. Let's see here. And he's got one of the biggest Dodger collections in Oregon for sure. Might be the most expensive too. I mean, I haven't seen anyone else with a collection as nice as his, especially when every photo is like, autographed. Okay. You got baseballs that are autographed. So it's not like they're just photos, which would still be worth something, but got a few more to go. And then once I get a couple more of these, it should only take like a minute. It won't take too long. I just have to be able to bring it over from Twitter, and then I can put it in the stream. So just got to be able to format it correctly. And then that way I can just go bang, 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 and I can go through everything that we got on here. How many more do I have? Not too many more.
Ball, one strike. White Sox need a runner, and that's the inside to Josh Harrison out of the way at 95.
I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I got, what do we got here? Astros and White Sox 4-3. Watch the Mariners just get their ass kicked, by the Angels. Mike Trout hit like a homer every fucking day for like 4 days straight and has killed us. So a little disappointing. I had my boy Jay Graves that I road trip with. He went up there with his dad. And then obviously Trout hit a homer in the 10th to win 4-2 in the first game, hit a homer like in the first or second inning and the next game. And literally like every game that the Angels and Mariners have played, Trout is homered. So it doesn't surprise me. I mean, he kills the Mariners. He has over 50 plus homers in his career with just the Mariners alone and in Seattle. So he loves playing against my fucking Mariners. At least I got the Dodgers, but they even lost today too. So, hopefully they can end up breaking the streak here. Let's see. I got one or two more to go and I'm almost done here. And then we can get into the stream. I tried doing all of them before the stream started, but I just had too many. Let me see how many more do I got. Like 2 or 3 more.
They go back to it on the 2-2. No, he paints, but he just missed outside.
But I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. And like I said, I've been grinding. You know what I mean? I've been fucking doing 4 to 6 hour streams, literally like every day. I was talking to my dad about it, and he's like, you know what? How many people on planet Earth really enjoy their job? You know, and I looked at him and I said, fuck, man, not very many. And I was like, none. You know, a lot of people don't like their job unless you're like, you know, professional athlete or, you know, you have a passion for something, but it's rare for someone to really love their job. And my dad's like, you know what? As a teacher for 40 years, he's like, I loved my job. And I was like, you know what? You know, me being on YouTube and doing my dreams, talking sports and life, and being able to make a living out of it. I was like, you know what? I love my job too. So we got something in common with me and my pops. We are almost done. I got 2 to go. All right. 2 to go. And a crazy thing, you know, with, you know, me help saving Sports Life, right? When we raised, you know, almost $2,000 in a few days. Right. And then obviously Paisley, I had to pay for that vet bill. My dad had to take their dog Roxy to the vet, $2,500. 25. And luckily, I think Roxy came home after I left, you know, but Jesus, these vet bills are no joke. Ask Holly Hundo. Yeah, so that was a big chunk of money, obviously, that my dad had to, you know, spend, and that was obviously not ideal. But you know, if you love your pet like a family member, you know, you're gonna do whatever it takes to be able to save them. Okay, I think I got one last one, and because I just wanted to give you guys the full vibe, you know, of what it's like to be hanging out with me and my dad. You know what I mean? We don't fuck around. All right, last one. And then I'll go through them and you guys can kind of look at them. I mean, that's a sweet collection. Like I said, I've never met anyone else in Oregon or Washington that's had a better collection than this. And my dad didn't even start collecting, you know, back when I collected. I mean, he started collecting really heavy when Kershaw came in and maybe a little bit before that. So, I mean, if he started collecting when I was collecting, like in the 80s, I can only imagine how big this fucking collection would be. He'd probably have like $100,000 to $300,000 collection if he would have, you know, did it back when I was a kid. So, but even with that being said, the collection is fucking phenomenal. Let's see here.
One down for Danny Mendick.
I have so many files, but it let me do like the 15. And then I promise I'll get to everyone. We'll drink some beer, we'll hang out, and we'll have a good day. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Finally done there. But let me acknowledge everybody in the room. Pizzle's in the building. What a do. Brewers got a W. Nice. Yes. The show was phenomenal. Nice. The thoughts on the black helmets. I actually have a photo of them. Let me see where I have it here. Saints helmet. So one sec. And let's pull it up. Okay, let's go here. Got a lot of files. Just got to go to the S's for, there we go. All right, here we go. So Amber, with the Saints helmet that we got here, I absolutely love it. I mean, I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, and I'm supposed to be a fucking hater like everyone else that is a Buck fan or a Saint fan against each other, or Panthers or Falcons. The little subtle details with the obviously Saint logo on the top, the way that the helmet looks overall, the back and the sides. I absolutely love this thing. I think it's gorgeous. I think they should wear this half of the season. They should alternate between their regular helmet and this one. Instead of just wearing this one for just one game, they could do a blackout where you could do black helmet, black jersey, black pants. It would be sick. Or you could go black helmet, you know, white, maybe with the color rush gold, and like black pants. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can go about it, but I absolutely love it. And I hope that they wear it a little bit more. Brewers and Cardinals. What was it, Pizzle? Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, Joan Jett, and the Blackhearts. That's like the 80s hair, you know, the rockers, you know, the punk rock, and with the 80s hair, the punk rock hair. Awesome. Poison. I used to collect these, you music cards. They were like, you had football cards, baseball, basketball, but they actually had rocker cards where you could buy like through like Pro Set or through like this one company. And they had all like the 80 hair bands. And I actually had like Poison cards and stuff, I remember. And it showed the band, and then it had like some stats on the back of like, where they toured, or maybe like their record, how many went platinum, gold, stuff like that. That's awesome. That is awesome. I imagine you had an amazing time, dude. Yes, absolutely. What we got? Dodgers and Braves. Hell yeah. What to do? How are you? So let's go through the collection here real quick, and we'll get more people. But yeah, so we ended up saving Sports Life, and we raised $1,600 out of like the $4,000. Right then, Paisley, I had to pay $350, to get the surgery, to make sure that she got fixed. And then now, our dog Roxy, my dad's dog, $2,500. I don't know how many days the dog was there, a day or two, but that's fucking crazy. Not everyone's rich and they can afford stuff like that, even when you have insurance. Obviously, Holly Hundo is a vet, so she knows how much it costs to be able to maintain and to be able to take care of a dog. But that wasn't the greatest news that I was looking forward to. I was looking forward to eating some ribs and having a good time. But the Fernando card was obviously my dad's gift, and he doesn't have a lot of Fernando stuff. He has a Fernando Valenzuela autographed Dodger hat, but nothing like this. And yeah, he loved it. We got to watch the game. Then we got to eat some amazing spread. I've been dreaming of a spread like this for a long, long time. And look at the bucket. Look at the little tub of ribs right there. Amazing. And then as you look at the collection, 1964 Topps, 1963 ERA, leaders Sandy Koufax, Dick Ellsworth, Bob Friend, Dodger Southpaws, Johnny Padres, and Koufax. Koufax has got a beautiful autograph. And this autograph is actually from, the day that we met him right here. So that's actually where that's from. And then obviously the Griffey, your boy keeps the fucking receipts. All right. I still got all my shit right there too. So yeah, we had a great time and going and reminiscing through the merch. And he got this for me on my birthday. So I had to be able to return the favor and get him something fire. But boom, there you go. The Koufax. And then you can see there's a bright, actual photo that's hanging on the wall. Hero number one, Dad. And then obviously hero number one for my dad, Koufax. Awesome, right? And then as you look, we got this is just a portion of some of the figures and things that my dad has. Usually most of them are stadium giveaways, except for the far right Clayton Kershaw, which is a McFarland that I got as a gift for my dad. A lot of the others are stadium giveaways. And then if you look over here, you can see all the autographed balls, and you got bats that are autographed, mini bats, you got autographed. And like, look, and the baseballs go tucked back into that shelf. The shelf is a few inches thick, so the ones that you see in the front are not all of them. So my dad's got quite a bit. He's got the beer bottle. He's got little cups, stuffed animals, the Dodger mug at the top, stuff from like the 70s and the 80s and the 60s. And then you can look over and you see everything that's pretty much on the walls from the bottom of the floor of the carpet all the way to the ceiling. It's all Dodger legends. And then you go up here, Clayton Kershaw on the top left, and then he's got legends that are up there as well. Everything is framed. Almost all of them are PSA, DNA. So a lot of money, a lot of history, and it's just awesome. Nice, cool photo in the middle with Koufax there on the far right. And you keep going. It just keeps going and going. I had to split it off into parts, and I didn't even get all the pictures of all the stuff. I just tried to do as much as I can. This is a real special one right here. Dodger poster on the ceiling. And then they got the pennant down below. Don Drysdale, PSA. Koufax, PSA. Drysdale's, rest in peace. He's been passed on for a long, long time. But that was one guy that me and my dad, if we could have met, other than Koufax and Griffey, that would have been Drysdale. We were supposed to meet Willie Mays the day that I, met Koufax, but he didn't show up. So otherwise, I probably would be a big Willie Mays guy. Then we even got some Jackie Robinson merch. There, something old school, right? We got the Dodgers when they ended up winning the World Series. My stepmom got this nice matted plaque of memories of photos and everything from the game. Incredible. Little Dodgers, mat to wipe your feet on. Of course, we're not wiping our feet on the fucking Dodgers, though. You feel me? And then boom, you got the Dodgers over the lazy boy. And then the hoodie that's up there is an actual official 2020 hoodie from when they won the championship. Yeah. And then if you look in the back behind it, you see stuffed animals and there's cards and shit back there, lunch boxes, all kinds of very rare cards and memorabilia back behind here. I even found, like, my dad, he had a little minor heart thing that happened. He had to go to the hospital a couple days ago, so he didn't want to scare me or warn me. I would hope that he would tell me next time. But I found my PlayStation 1. I had my 2, my 3, my 4, 64, regular Nintendo, all my systems. Couldn't find my PlayStation 1. My dad found it in my old closet. And then he gave it to me, Crash Bandicoot, and a few different racing games and whatnot, which was pretty cool. And then got a couple other collectible pieces as well. But yeah, it felt good, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2,500. And my dad isn't rich by any means, but they got a couple acres. My dad's retired. My stepmom is still working and whatnot, and she's about 20 years younger than my dad and stuff. And yeah, the spread was good, bro. Hot dogs. Let's go back to it. I mean, like I said, I've been dreaming and talking about the spread for a while. I haven't had a meal this good in probably a month. You know what I mean? It's like you can't see it, but there's bacon on the far left. There's hot dogs that you can't see. We got burgers. We got the baked beans, a big old tub of ribs, multiple potato salad, mac salads, 3-4 different types of chips, root beer, Barks root beer, some Coca-Cola, Pepsi, onions, lettuce, tomatoes, everything that you could put in there fresh, from the store that morning. Yeah, it's a spread, dude. You know what I mean? Like I said, people have different kinds of spreads, but I mean, if you're going to have like like a barbecue or a family gathering, you can only hope it looks something like that. And it was delicious, dude. So I had to obviously take a picture of that. Nice. That's awesome. Hell yeah. But yeah, so we'll see if we can get some goats in the room. And like I said, I figured I would have some of this stuff so you guys can kind of see the vibe and what me and my dad are about. Obviously we take our collecting very seriously, and it's any time that I can end up doing something special for my dad, like when he did that for me. That was maybe the coolest gift that I've ever got from my dad. I mean, honestly, besides my Nintendo Entertainment System, which I probably just like pissed myself, took a shit in my pants, like, Nintendo, like, when you're a little kid and you get Nintendo, that was a big fucking deal. It was crazy. But, I found something that I thought that, I know he wasn't going to have it. It's only, and I knew he wasn't going to probably have any cards of Fernando. Maybe down the road, I'll get like a rookie card, like an 81 Topps, like rookie card, PSA 9 or something graded. He'd love that. But just for as a gift, autographed piece of his game used jersey with his name, and then it's serial number to 15. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that unless it's a 1 of 1. You know what I mean? Or there's out of 5 or out of 10. I mean, yeah, but it was awesome. And then I got to see where he was going to place it with everything else. So yeah, today was good. But it's all about the mental health. And like I said, shout out to my boy, Mr. Williams, for supporting me, and Odin's son. I mean, it's not very often where you're going to end up getting $65 in donos before you even start a stream. Like Odin's son sent it to me like 6 hours ago. When I was at my dad's, and Mr. Williams sent it to me about 3-4 hours ago when I was on, when I got home or on my way home from my dad. So I got a lot of bills, and obviously last night's stream wasn't, as far as dono wise, was a little low. So that definitely is going to help make up for it. And we probably have a good opportunity now to get to 100. And then if we get to 200, that'd be fantastic. Me and my dad, we ended up talking about Stranger Things. I asked him if he's been watching any other shows. He said that he's watched this one as well with Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul. He watched that too. Ozark. I'm like, all right, my dad. I was like, you watch a Game of Thrones? He's like, yeah. So my dad's in on everything. The only thing that we both haven't watched yet is the new Dexter. Has anyone watched? I mean, some of y'all are young, and some of y'all probably weren't around really into the Dexter scene when it came out, even though it came out a while ago. But this is one of the best shows of all time. It's just, I think I have to have Showtime to watch the new, I don't know, 5 or 10 episodes, whatever it is. But I love this show, and you guys already know I love True Blood. And you guys already know, I love Game of Thrones. And then you guys already know how I feel about Stranger Things. Those are probably in my top 4. So, and July 1st is the day. So we'll get there. But I was hoping the Dodgers could get a win. But, it is what it is. Have you seen it? Did you watch the new ones, though? Not the old ones, but there was a reboot that came out, earlier this year. I believe late last year or early this year, there was a reboot. So after he became, after he ended up becoming a lumberjack and coincidentally coming to my state, Oregon, right? Then they ended it kind of abruptly because I think he ended up having like cancer or he had some kind of illness. So they had to end the show. And then he got a little bit better over the years. And then they did the reboot, thank God. But I haven't seen it yet, man. You haven't seen it either. I haven't heard anyone that's watched it. I know people have watched it, but just not people on this channel. But I'm really wanting to, but I don't have Showtime. I can't afford it. So maybe at one point I can get that, or get someone will come over and I can borrow the password and we can watch it over here. But I'm really hoping that we can do that. Time for some beer. But I hope everyone had a fantastic day. I mean, Oregon was a little wet here. It was a little bit overcast, but overall, it was a good day. It's always a good day. Got to spend enough time, with my dad and my stepmom for a little bit before she had to go to the vet to pick up, their dog. And my dad's had 2 dogs, Killer, which was a dog that they got from in like a rescue program, and that was the best dog that my dad said we've ever had. With living with my dad. And then they have a new dog, Roxy, who's a girl, has attitude a little bit. And then they got her from a shelter. And hopefully she's okay. But the dog, how my dad's diabetic, right? And a lot of my family members and people I know have diabetes, right? The dog has diabetes. Have you guys ever heard of a dog being diabetic? I never heard too many people that had one. Coincidentally, my dad's got diabetes and the dog does too. It's crazy. But I guess like with the insulin, it's not my dog's, it's Roxy's. I don't know if it's some type of poodle mix or something. I'd have to message my dad to find out what kind of dog. It's a very small to medium sized dog, but it doesn't have like a traditional skinny poodle face. It kind of has a wider face with hair that comes out. So it's not like a small face, but it's almost like a medium-sized face, was maybe a poodle mix with something else. I don't know. But the dog has diabetes and stuff, which is crazy. My dog here is an American Staffordshire. So, but so I guess with the insulin, there was some kind of reaction, and the dog looked like it was like having a seizure or limping, and just maybe like her levels were high or low. Like because if you end up being too high or too low, you can die. Being diabetic, you have to really be on that shit. Miniature Schnauzer, nice. I'll find out what it is when I message my dad after the show, and the next show I'll be able to let you know. But I don't know exactly what type, but yeah. And so Killer ended up dying, so they ended up going to the shelter and rescuing Roxy. But this is the first time that they had anything like this happen, to my knowledge. 2,500, and then they were like, they had to pick her up by 3. So my, stepmom had to leave a little early. Otherwise, they were going to charge her who knows how much. I mean, with, gas prices and everything else going on, people don't believe that vet bills are high. Obviously, saving Sports Life costs $4,000, to have the, having the kidney stones or the, trying to bleeding pee, and, they had to cut Sport open, and it took a while for him to recover. That was like $3,000-4,000. This right here was $350. And then my dad had to do $2,500. So I'm like, fuck. Good thing my birthday already passed. I mean, shit, it's like, hopefully my dad, I know they got money, but even with money, 25, who has 2,500 just sitting in the bank? Not many people, let alone who even has 500 in the bank or 1,000. Most people don't, have that much. It's like paycheck to paycheck, maybe a little bit in savings, or if you end up having stocks, or if you're in crypto, you might be fucked right now because the stocks and the crypto are going down because people are pulling their money out because they're afraid of the market crashing. But if more people pull out money for gas and other shit, and you're selling your cryptos, the shit's tanking. It's like now you got Bitcoins under 20,000. So we'll see how it goes. Sarah with $1. Bang, bang, bang. A blue healer. I've seen healers before. Those are awesome dogs. Mixed. Awesome. If you have the Discord, or if you have Instagram or Twitter and you follow me, you should send me a picture of your dog or your brother's dog. I'd like to see it. It would be cool. Obviously, a lot of the fans will send me like, hey, look at this new jersey I got, or look at this new rookie card I got, or stuff like that. So 66 in Dono, Sarah, appreciate you. And even if it's $1, every dollar counts. And I appreciate you. Bang, bang. Sarah with the $1. It means a lot. Mr. Williams, bang, bang, $55. Odin Son, bang, bang, $10. Let's go. It's a good day today. It is a good day today. And remember, Sarah, when you asked me, you're like, oh, what did we get? What did we get on the donos? And, there's no point of, you can't get worked up. You just got to be positive, have good work ethic, and know that you're going to be blessed, by great people, knowing that you are putting in more work than anyone else on a daily basis. So appreciate that. Food and bills. I mean, pretty much. You know what I mean? But for me, it doesn't affect me as much because when people are like, oh my God, gas, $6, and food, guess what? Just buy a little bit less gas and don't buy as much junk food. Don't be going to McDonald's as often. Maybe buy some food from home, less candy, less snacks, less, McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and Carl's Jr. and, and buy some fruit. Maybe buy a salad once in a while, or, try to make a meal, make tacos at home or spaghetti or something. You know what I mean? So, and then gas, instead of, getting $40 of gas, guess what? $20. I mean, sometimes you got to be able to modify, some of your spending. So, yes. Yeah. So NW Sport Fanatics, Northwest NW. That's my Instagram. Follow me on there. And then you can do my Twitter is right here too. Look, so you see down below at Orion_NWSF. I'll take the banner down so you can see, because that's what the stream would look like if I didn't have the banner. And Johnny made that for me. So Johnny's the man. So at Orion_NWSF. That's my Twitter, Northwest Sports Fanatics official Twitter. Then you can go at NW Sports Fanatics on Instagram. And then you guys already know the YouTube channel, and we are the Fanatic family. So, because like with Facebook, all for my friends and stuff, but I used to have like a Facebook page, but there was too many errors and signing in and signing out. And I usually would post and people would just see my shit on Facebook anyway. So there was no point of posting twice to the Facebook, because obviously, Facebook fan pages, they're not the same as like Instagram or Twitter. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to stop using this. I'm only going to promote the Twitter and the Instagram. Yeah. So if you follow me, I'll follow you back. And sometimes, I'll have conversations with the fans, about whatever, food, you know what I mean? Stranger Things, or you want to talk, wrestling, or you got some new merch. You got some new stuff. Your boy likes to be able to, connect with the fans. And I think that's really what separates me from a lot of the other people, that I do like to showcase a lot of the comments, that are in the chat, and be able to show appreciation and gratitude with you guys, because I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. This is not easy, being a YouTuber. Anyone that tells you that it is, it's not. It takes a lot of mental, you have to have a lot of mental health, and you have to have a lot of strength, to be positive and to keep things moving. Not everything is going to go your way, but if you have a dream and you have goals and you can just have fun with it, eventually the people that are good people that work hard, you are going to be blessed. It's just a matter of time. You know what I mean? If you have, my dad was even talking about crawdadding and my work ethic too, when we were sitting there watching the Dodger game, how he was bringing it up with some people like his friend Barry, who's a Yankees fan from New York, and my stepmom, when, they talked about it a couple days ago, that I've been working since 12 years old. I'm 40. So my first job was 12, doing crawdadding, crayfishing, commercially with my dad and my dad's friend. I was making $20 an hour, back in 1994. You know what I mean? I worked 3 hours, got $60, and then it was like an hour ride there and an hour ride back. And each way that I went, we got corn dogs, right, with mustard and ketchup, and I got a soda. I mean, life was good. Couple corn dogs, got a nice big, gulp or a nice drink, you know what I mean, on the way there and back. And so I got free food on the way there and back. Got to spend time with my dad and my dad's buddy. And I told my dad, we haven't talked to Randy in like 25 years. I told my dad, you know what? You should call him. You know what I mean? I was like, we had a nice relationship with him, and we, fished with him, and we did that whole thing with his side hustle business, because he worked at Par Lumber as like a lumber guy. And then he was doing Heister and then moved into the office. That crawdadding was just a side hustle to make more money. But we haven't seen him in like 20, 25 years. I told him, Dad, when you're feeling better, after your heart things gets better, because he can't drive for like a week. I was like, fuck, maybe you should come into town, and maybe we'll go visit him. I know he's still alive. Well, at least we hope so. And, it'd be really cool to see if he still has the crawdad traps and what he's up to. Because that was one of my dad's buddies, you know what I mean? But he didn't really hang out with them like, baseball stuff or camping. It was just like kind of a guy that my dad knew, because my dad ended up marrying Randy's wife's sister. So that's how they ended up meeting each other years ago. And then they ended up getting a divorce. But my dad still kept in touch with Randy. And I was like, you know what? It's good for the soul to keep touch with people. And I would like to see him too. So he hasn't seen me since I was like 13 years old or like 15 years old. So it's been like 25 years since I've seen this guy. So, and he was always really nice to me. Always a cool dude for sure. Yep. See, and I told you too, you know what I mean? And we got a lot of that even before the show even started. So, King, I appreciate that, you know, and like I said, even when there's nobody in the room, even when there's 5 people, 10 people, 15, 20, you know, even when the donations are non-existent or very low, I have a fun time. You know what I mean? But I do need to pay my bills. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing. I mean, I can't be like, oh yeah, you know, I can stream for 4 to 8 hours and make $0 every day and life is good. Well, if I had another job, you know, bringing in some money to pay rent and food and gas and bills like I have for the last 10 years, then we're good. Normally I would have 2 or 3 side hustles and I would be working a job, you know, warehouse, or I would do phone sales. I did phone sales for like 20 years of my life. That's why I'm so good on the mic. I can talk to anybody, any race, any age, no problem. Okay. Or I'm doing warehouse work, you know, and then I finally, you know, was being able, you know, we had a little government help with a grant with rent, and I was able to go full time in January, and we're here. So, I mean, like I said, 4 to 8 hour streams are not easy, but, you know, whether we're making a lot of donos or barely any, you know, it's just about the grind and the hustle and just showing the work ethic, because I don't see anyone else on YouTube that's streaming for 4 to 8 hours a day. And they're not necessarily doing live play-by-play and reactions. If you're doing live play-by-play and reactions, it's easy to do 3 hours. You're doing a game. You know, or if you're playing video games on Twitch, you can do that for 12 hours. You're playing a video game. People are watching your reaction and a little box in the corner, and they're watching a video game. Easy. People can do that. You know what I mean? But if you're just grinding it out and you're watching someone like me, you know, you got to make sure, you know, you put in a lot of effort and hard work. And I feel that, you know, with everything that I put together in a live show, you're not going to find a show like this anywhere else. And at some point, there will be a lot of people trying to copy your boy's style. All right. But often imitated, never duplicated. You already know it's NWSF, and it's NWSF for life. Okay. And mental health is so important. You know, and we want to make sure that we take care of our mental health. And that's why I'm a mental health kind of advocate. You know, it's like, some people are really hurting. You know, I've even gone through depression and anxiety, and my dad's gone through some anxiety stuff too. And, you know, he last thing that he said to me when I drove away, you know, he's like, you know, just, you know, keep your mentals up. You know what I mean? You know, keep your mentals up. And, you know, and like I said, sometimes that's easier said, you know, than done with the mentals and everything. But yeah, you know, ever since getting, you know, Paisley, you know, obviously my mental health has skyrocketed. I've been so much better. I don't really feel that sad or, you know, depressed anymore. But sometimes when you have depression or anxiety, it kind of creeps up. You know what I mean? But, you know, just like NWO, the NWSF, your NWO, your NWO for life, because we're just too sweet. Let's go. I gotta uncover Kevin Nash's face, because if we're doing NWO, all right, we got Scott Hall, rest in peace, Razor Ramon, Hollywood Hogan, my favorite heel, Kevin Nash, big sexy Diesel. Love it. I mean, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, that was probably the funnest tag team. I mean, I love the Young Bucks. That's my favorite tag team now. But this is the reason why factions are so big. You know, this is the best to me. You know what I mean? You have DX, and you got Triple H, and you got X-Pac, Badass Billy Gunn, you know, Road Dogg, China, you know, Shawn Michaels. That's great. You know, but what NWO did, you know, NWO Black and White, NWO Wolfpack, I mean, it was so groundbreaking for all the other factions. Undisputed Era, the New Day, you know, DX, you know, Bullet Club. I mean, the fucking Shield. I mean, I'm a big Shield guy, but yeah, when you're NWO, I mean, you're NWO for life, and I still wear the gear. You know, people will still give me compliments and say shit when I go to the grocery store, because I like rocking the gear. I still got satin jackets. I still got cutoff tees. I love it. But yeah, I appreciate that. You recognize that. And I love working hard for you guys. And my dad said, you know, you're doing what you love. You know, and I showed him some of the like earnings, you know, that I've had and the subs, even though it's been kind of up and down, and the views. And I was like, you know, we're doing this right now with, you know, not a whole lot of people in the room, you know, compared to some other people that are out there on YouTube. So it really does show, you know, the support is huge, and we're not going to deal with that for sure. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think I might actually start watching it. You want to remind me when it comes on? Because, I mean, if they end up having some people that are worth watching that got dropped from AEW or WWE or crossed over from ROH or NJPW, I'm trying to get in to Impact, ROH, NJPW, like the other federations, because I still like AEW over WWE. We already know, Sarah, me and you, we're almost on the same level mentally, okay? We already know we're done with this. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can go to an event and you try to, you know, you can have, it's funner going to an event like you went to rather than seeing it in person. But they definitely have dropped the ball, you know what I mean, compared to AEW. And we got to find out where Sasha is. I mean, I'm hoping she ends up going to AEW, but we're going to have to, I don't know, wait. How long? She going to jump in right away? I mean, she can get paid heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about AEW, all elite. I hope MJF comes back, but I don't even know about that situation unless it's all just a big work. But we'll find out. But the one thing that I did notice on the MJF, because I followed him on Twitter, he still had Tony Khan followed a couple days after. If you're really trying to make it real, you can't have the guy that you told that was a fucking mark and, you know, fire me, and was talking swearing and shit on TV. You know, you got to make sure you unfollow, because that's what you would do, right? If you were really pissed off, you're not going to follow the guy that you're, you know, fucking wanting to get away from. If it's real, there's probably a little bit of real and a little bit of a work. It's probably a little bit of both. I think he wants money. He wants definitely more money, and he should get more money. So, you know, it's just a matter of if they're going to pay him. But you want to pay the guys that started the company and built it. Yeah, you got Moxley and you got Bryan Danielson. Love those guys. But pay Young Bucks. Pay Kenny Omega. You know what I mean? Pay MJF. You don't want them going over to WWE, do you? You know what I mean? You got to make sure you take care of the best wrestler on planet Earth and the Young Bucks and MJF. You know, you got to take care of them. You know, they are the ones that got people that were like me, you know, WWE guys, since we don't have WCW or ECW anymore. I was like, holy shit, this guy's a great talker. I was like, wow, Kenny is amazing. Even though I've seen a little bit, I was like, Young Bucks are like Matt and Jeff Hardy, but better. I was just like, okay. And then you bring in Bryan Danielson, and then Jericho comes over, Jon Moxley. Then I'm like, okay, we got something here. And then you learn about Lucha Brothers, and then new guys like Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, you know, Jungle Boy. Yeah, I don't care if they're small and they weigh 175. They're fun to watch. And that's what it's about, realistic wrestling where you feel authentic. It's not force. It's not bullshit. And obviously Vince has too many fingerprints on the Raw, SmackDown, and NXT card every single week for sure. Let me see.
Let's go to the 7th. Aaron Luke on the mound. 3-0 LA. Jesse Winker goes down looking. Raleigh goes chasing. And then Justin.
Oh, okay. That's a cute dog. That kind of dog looks kind of like my dog, except my dog is a little bit brighter fur. Mine's like more brighter brown fur, but around the same type.
One of the best players ever. He now has 52 career home runs against the Mariners. That's tied with Rafael Palmeiro for the most all-time against the franchise. And he did a lot of damage in this set, hitting 4 go-ahead home runs, tied for the most by.
All right, follow back on that one for you.
Guardians and the Dodgers, one LA team to the next. Mookie Betts placed on the injured list Saturday with cracked ribs, but Dave Roberts says
awesome.
I think it's going to be a long-term thing. Speaking of long, how about Freddie Freeman going opposite field?
It's your old NC, okay. Not the best pictures, but he's a 1-year-old. Yeah, I know. Sometimes that's how it goes.
Tied at 2. Runners on 2 outs. Trey Turner up the middle.
Is it tonight?
Wide. Ruled an infield single.
When was the pay-per-view? Keep me posted on that. You know I love wrestling. So if it's anything other than what I really focus on, I might miss out on some things. So still a puppy, 1 year old. Nice. Yeah, ours is like 8-9 months now because we got it in. It was born in September. We got it in 6 weeks, 2 weeks early. So we got it. We're supposed to get a puppy in 8 weeks, but the owner had too big of a litter and was like, I can't handle this. So we were like, okay, we'll get it 2 weeks early. And then obviously Paisley's eyes were blue and went kind of brown, but because of the, the eyes will get the right color over, a few more weeks and a few more months. But yeah, she will be 1 year old. She's still a puppy until September. So she's what we got June, July, August. So 4 more months to go. So 8 months old. Yeah, me too. I mean, it's just like it's hard to explain. Yeah, keep me posted on all the wrestling stuff. You know that. But I hope everyone had a good Father's Day. And I know it might be tough because I know one day it's going to be tough for me. You know, it's like when you do Mother's Day or Father's Day, and if you don't have a mom or dad that's still alive, could be a touchy thing. You know what I mean? Every holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you know, if you're missing one of those people that you love. And me and my dad were talking about, you know, my cousin that we don't really talk to. And we were talking about not only my cousin, but like my uncle that passed away. And, you know, because he was a vet too, like Holly. And then he ended up, you know, selling the land area that my aunt and uncle bought, and they built the whole veterinary place. I mean, they spent a lot of money, like a lot. This was up in Washington. And then he was a vet for, you know, maybe like 10, 15, 20 years. And now they just like travel and stuff, but we don't really talk to the two of them. And then obviously my uncle died, Clint. Anyway, he was a really funny, cool, laid back guy. And it just, I know our Aunt Nani is probably not, you know, in the best shape mentally, but come on, bro. You know, I'm going to get my dad the best gifts possible, right? I got everything here on the stream, dude. Woo-hoo, baby! Fernando Valenzuela autograph, game used jersey patch, like from his name. And then 15 out of 15, serial number 215. And this is not circulated. Like all 15 copies are not circulated. So some of them are still in packs. Yeah, fucking cool. My dad has an autograph Fernando hat, but nothing like this. And then obviously my dad was very happy with it. And then I got some pictures here. So obviously we know my dad got me the Griffey, you know, for my birthday, right? Okay, then we got the Julio ball and then the card, and then I got another Julio just yesterday. Got the Fernando for my dad, right? Then we had the Father's Day spread. So, you know, it's like my whole life here. Okay, so you can see the pickles, and then the tomato, lettuce, onion freshly cut, you know, chips, and then your drinks, the potato salad, and then a big old thing of ribs. And then you got the baked beans, burgers, dogs, bacon. I mean, the whole fucking 9 yards. And then my dad's collection of Dodgers, just to kind of show people, like, you know, we are two of the biggest collectors in Oregon. Like, his collection is just crazy. So when we ended up meeting Sandy Koufax, just like when I met Griffey, right? So I met Griffey at 7. Okay. Then we got the autograph. Then at 10 years old, we met Koufax here. That's my dad's hero because he grew up in LA. Okay. And then we ended up getting the autograph. And it's been sitting in there since 1992. Pretty sweet. He's got a sick signature too. Didn't do it over his face. You know what I mean? You don't want to ruin your face. And you got Dodgers at the top. So did the sideways autograph. And you don't see that too often. Pretty sweet. And there's another photo right there. The actual photo. My dad, me, and Koufax, the greatest pitcher of all time, lefty. And then I just, you know, took pictures area by area because my dad's got too much of a man cave to do it all in one photo. And I've done video before, all kinds of stadium giveaways or McFarland's, Kershaw, Bellinger, Pee Wee Reese, you know, all kinds of just rare collectibles from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and current. And then obviously, boom, my dad with the autograph balls, the mugs from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, all kinds of knickknacks and whatnot. Autograph baseballs as far as the eye can see. I mean, they even go beyond that first layer on the top and in the bottom. So there's, yeah, lots of good stuff there. Beer bottles, all kinds of rare stuff that we've been collecting over the years. And then every photo you see is a Dodger Hall of Famer or legend, and PSA, you know, autograph photos. They're not cheap. Okay. So you got them all the way to the floor, to the ceiling. And I had to do multiple photos as they go all over the man cave. Kershaw on the top left. And then there's a few of the legends, and that just keeps going and going. Some are black and white photos, you know, some are color. Pee Wee Reese there on the far right. And then you just see some amazing. And my dad even has like photos because they said that a guy that was in the dugout was one of the players, was a semi-pro photographer. So they have a lot of these shots of them like in costumes, you know, Halloween stuff, and like these really rare photos that my dad got. And I'll actually photo those the next time I come. They are to the right of this photo. If you see that photo there, that's right to the right with the little light blue, and there's a lot of cool ones on that wall that I didn't get. But as it keeps going, then you're on the ceiling. You got a rare Dodger poster. Then you got Drysdale and Koufax, probably the two famous, Dodgers, PSA DNA. There's a lot of dollars right there. Okay. And then little Jackie Robinson, a special piece there. Then a special matted piece from when the Dodgers won the World Series that my stepmom got for my dad. And then we rep Dodgers all day, every day. I mean, we got memorabilia all the way from here to fucking Florida. Okay. And even the sweatshirt is the official sweatshirt when they won the World Series. And then if you look behind, you can see there's tins back there that are Dodger tins that are super rare, stuffed animals and stuff and other things, cards galore back there. So, So I wanted to be able to kind of show, how, this is the reason why your boy is NWSF. I mean, between me and my dad, we go after it and we enjoy our life. But like I said, as far as Dodger collections, I've never seen one bigger. And I have a lot of friends that do this type of thing, but I've never seen one as expensive or that has the amount. And my dad does only Dodgers. He doesn't do anything else. No Blazers, no Ducks, no Mariners, nothing except Dodgers. Only watches Dodgers. That's it. Like, we'll watch Oregon Duck football for me. But other than that, there's no basketball, doesn't really follow the other teams, just Dodgers, all 162 games. Pretty sweet, dude. You like that? It's pretty cool, huh? Like I said, my dad and me, we have it doesn't matter if it's Hideo Nomo and it's a Japanese, pitcher, because obviously I'm Japanese and I'm part Czech and European, and my dad obviously loved Fernando. There was Fernando Mania, where Fernando Mania, you had black guys liking Fernando. You had the old whites, as Pat McAfee would say, that loved Fernando Mania. And then obviously for any Mexican-born or American-born Mexican-American, all the Latinos and Latinas, if you grew up back then, Fernando Mania was crazy in the late 70s, early 80s, around that 80, 81, 82, like when they ended up going to the World Series, and Fernando was a big part. So like a good chunk of the late 70s and into the 80s was Fernando Mania. And like I said, I had to go to 2 card shops to be able to find what I wanted. I was going to get him a Cody Bellinger PSA 10 rookie card 2017, like Bowman Chrome, for like $100, but it wasn't autographed and it didn't have a jersey piece. And that was at the first card shop. And I was like, that's very cool, but my dad might have that card. And if he does have it in like a 9 or an 8, like I want to, take my chances and go to the other one. And then I went to the oldest card shop that's been in Oregon since I was a kid. It's the longest, tenured card shop in Oregon. There's only one that's been long time, by Beaverton Mall. And went there. And then I was like, do you guys have Koufax, Drysdale? What do you guys got? Do you guys anything new? With any of the guys? And we're not going to really do Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts stuff because those are guys that just came over. So we like to get guys that, they drafted, more of like the Clayton Kershaw stuff or the older stuff. But and then he's like, oh, I have a Fernando. And I was like, okay. And he's like, it's been here a while. So I was like, all right, let me take a look. And I thought it was, just going to be like a card. And then I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, my dad doesn't have anything like this. I mean, he's got everything but stuff like this. So I was like, this is the elite. If you're an elite card collector, this is the shit you dream about getting in a pack. This is the shit that you want in your collection to be like, look at this fucking shit that I got. Like, look at this fucking Fernando Valenzuela autograph. The photo is fire. The way they have the placement of the jersey, it's multicolored, so it makes it worth more. It's numbered out of 15, so anything serial numbered, the value goes up a shitload. Just fucking cool, dude. I almost wanted to keep it for myself, but yeah, he was stoked. He was stoked, and I'm gonna look for other things like that, but it just depends. And a lot of these card shops have eBay stores, so sometimes they make money for people coming in for the boxes, but they sell a lot of shit online. But it's just cool to be able to walk into a card shop. I mean, you already took Toys R Us away from me. You know what I mean? And supposedly they're starting to come back, I hope, after bankruptcy, because that was where I got a lot of my rare toys. And, if I got to, go after it, someone's trying to Gronk spike, some Star Wars toy. No, not happening. You know what I mean? I'm going to get that toy. No Gronk spiking. I've seen it happen so many times when the parents wouldn't buy the kid the toy. And there's like some $10 toy that's mint worth like 60. And the kid just fucking like drops it, spikes it, fucking steps on it. I'm like, oh my God, because it's all about condition if you're buying cards or toys. If you're in that, collector type thing like I am, You have to find perfect box, not a lot of wrinkles or bends. I mean, you're looking for like the most mint, and you'd be surprised because if you get a mint box of like a wrestling figure, let's say you pay $20 for a wrestling figure, if it's like fucked up, you're probably only going to get $20, 25 depending on as time goes on. But if you have a mint one, a $20 figure could go for 50 or 100 depending on how nice of the box. So people appreciate the condition, and it could really skyrocket a value of not only cards but like figures and stuff too. It's awesome. Yeah, and my dad grew up in LA and Hawaii. So he LA, Hawaii, and then obviously Oregon. So STL, how are you, bro? Crawfish, dude. Yeah, I was talking about that story as my first job doing crawdadding and crayfishing. It made me have the work ethic. Hi, Paisley. I love you. Yeah, and then my dad found my PlayStation 1, some Crash Bandicoot racing games, like some like Ridge Racer type game and stuff, some stuff from like 98, 99, a Harry Potter game that's not even mine, like the Sorcerer's Stone Harry Potter. I have to look it up to see what it's worth. Maybe it's worth some money. So I hear you. I'm right here. I know. I love you. I'm right here. I have to work. I have to make us money to buy you bones and food. If I could just snug with you 24 hours a day and not do anything else and just pet you and kiss you, that's all I would do. Okay? Just pissed. It's like a real baby, like a real human. I'm not happy with you, O-Dog. I'm not happy with you, Dad. That's what she said. I am not happy with you. But, when you got dreams and goals, you got to hustle. Yeah, and then like I said, I found that, and then my dad got me, like Oregon Duck gummies. Like he found some Oregon Duck gummies, so I got a couple bags of those. My stepmom does like food, like it's a food rep, for different like grocery stores and stuff. So sometimes they come under promotional things that have athletes on them. And my stepmom found this really unique metal tin that's circle, right? That looks like kind of like those caramel corn tins that you get like on Christmas that have like that yum chocolate covered caramel popcorn or regular caramel or different flavors, except this is a big ass tin, right? And it's got ruffles in it, but it's got, I think, like LeBron, Jason Tatum, and someone else on it. Like 3 NBA player faces are on it. I should actually go take a picture and show it. It's really cool. And I like looking for those rare, obscure items because when some people see that thing, they'll be like, oh, that's just like some container for Ruffles. But then if you actually see that there's NBA players on it, that's what makes it collectible, not only of it being a Ruffles, right? And then if you don't open it and you keep it, that thing could be worth, $50, $100. It's actually a pretty cool piece. And I was like, oh, wow, that's neat. They always know what to try to find me. And if they can find stuff, if they can find stuff that, that I think it's unusual or weird, I'm all about that. My dad ended up sending me, one sec here. I'm going to send it. I got my Seattle Mariner batting helmet when I was 7 or 8 years old. My dad found it. I'm going to send it to Sarah, and then I will go from there, and then I will put it on the show. But, dude, this thing is so Ken Griffey Jr., it's wild. Jake, what a deal. Well, are we going to fire service? Is that what you're thinking? I mean, Trout went off. I mean, it's like a homer in every game that he played. Trust me. I watched it. I watched the Dodgers. I watched everything. Hey, I got this really cool Seattle Mariner thing I'm about to pop up. I visited my dad, and you're going to be like, oh, my God. I mean, I'm older than you because I'm an old motherfucker, right? But this thing still fits my head. I mean, this thing screams Ken Griffey Jr., Jay Buhner, Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, Harold Reynolds. I mean, it screams just like, oh my gosh, it's awesome. I see you, Paisley. I know you're pissed. I love you. Daddy has to keep working though. I'm so sorry. I'll spend all my night with you, and tomorrow, I know, babe, I know. She loves having these conversations with me where she whines and moans, and we communicate with each other. Like, I know how she's feeling. I'm sorry. Check this out. Especially if we get a Mariner fan in here that can really appreciate, the shit that I'm talking about. All right, ready, Jake? All right, ready for your viewing pleasure? Look at this. Oh my God. Dude. I have it in the other room. 1989, 1990, like 90 when, like 1 year after I think Griffey, and that was like, when Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. Were on the same team, father, son. Fucking A, bro. I had this at like 7 or 8 years old. I'm 40 now, 32 years later, and it's still in good shape. I put it on and it fit my head still. I must have wore it after 8 years old, because I remember I had it, I think when I was like maybe 18, and I wore it to like a Dairy Queen, or I went camping or something. I went to go show the fellas or whatever, and just to show, oh dude, look at this shit that I found. And I mean, stuff like this is rare. You know what I mean? You're not going to find stuff like this. I think it was like a promotional. My dad told me a story that someone tried to steal it and they had to get it back. Yeah, it's fucking cool. Isn't that nice? It's pretty sweet. Sick, right? I mean, that's straight 19. I'm in 40, so I mean, I grew up and everything. And then I don't know, you just came in the room, so I kind of went over everything, but I got the Fernando for my dad, and my dad was happy. He's got a lot of stuff, one of the biggest collections. Well, so we ate some good food. As you can see, pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, onion, chips, Coca-Cola, Barks root beer, potato salad, multiple, mac salad, potato salad, all that, ribs on that container where my dad is right there, baked beans, burgers, dogs, bacon, like bacon, all bacon, baby. Okay. And then obviously I, met Ken Griffey Jr. and I met Sandy Koufax there. And then this is the autograph from Koufax. So I took pictures on his wall, because video, I've done the video part, but there's just so many things. It's hard to take. We have 1964 tops there on the left, and he played from 55 to 66. So legend, best left-handed pitcher ever. They just had his statue come out just a couple days ago. Then boom, we do the bobblehead thing, and we do the stadium giveaways, the rare weird shit. The McFarland Kershaw, I got that for my dad, but a lot of these are like stadium giveaway type things. And the other Kershaw on the far left there, I gave him that one too. Hey, some people collect and some people fucking collect. Okay. Little mini bats, autograph, fucking Dodger baseballs, and just baseballs in general that are autographed by Dodgers only. Okay. And then the Dodgers, they go back. So that bookcase goes back 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. So what you see there in the front, that's not the first layer. It goes back. There's a lot there. And then you got Dodgers beer things, the mug at the top, super collectible. When you find a lot of these rare things from like the 70s or 80s, even if it's a stuffed animal, it can be worth a lot of money. And then, every photo, is a Hall of Famer or great player, autographed, PSA, all the way from the bottom to the floor, all the way to the ceiling. And there was so much to do. I had to take it in sections. So you got Kershaw on the top left there. All right, Pee Wee Reese on the top right. I mean, they keep going and going. I mean, it's just like it's everywhere. There's no, in that hippie room where the beads are, there's no white on the walls. It's all like concert tickets, lava lamps, and just like, hippie stuff, but just like concert stuff. Like it's a pretty cool room. It's pretty legendary. A lot of the students formerly of my high school want to go to this room because it's been talked about so much, because my dad was like the most epic teacher. He did 40 years. He was the most popular teacher in the high school, like the whole time. Had room number 420, was hippie, got along with everyone, so obviously every time my dad had the room number 420, they would get stolen every year, because who wouldn't want to be in 420? It just so happened my dad was like the most laid back, chill teacher. Dodgers poster on the ceiling, extremely rare. Then you got the Don Drysdale and the Koufax PSA DNA. That's some fucking dollars right there. Okay. And then we got a little Jackie Robinson. And then we got a plaque. Let's go back to that Jackie. There you can see that. So a little Jackie Robinson action. Fucking sweet. Little pennant there at the bottom. And then when everything's framed up, it looks just so sweet. You know what I mean? And then you can see my dad's concert photos, and he's got this over it. So he's got this as the actual one of the limited edition plaques from when they won the World Series, from the photos from the World Series. Very cool piece, limited edition. Love that. My stepmom got that. And then we rep the Dodgers all day, every day, from the 50s and on. Okay. And then obviously you get rare pieces, and nice old school pieces. We're not going to wipe our shoes on that. Try to keep it as clean as possible. Yeah, maybe once in a while the dog, might have little muddy paws there, like on the R and the S there. Looks like maybe the little pup got on there, but usually we try to keep it fresh and clean. Okay. Then he's got the Dodgers rest on the Lazy Boy. And even the hoodie at the top is the official hoodie from when they won it in 2020. And then you get, dope shit like this that my dad found my PS1 today. I found my PlayStation. I have PS2, 3, 4. I had all those, but my one was missing. My dad found it in my old closet there. And I was like, dude, you want it? Yeah. Crash Bandicoot racing games and some other shit. I'm like, yeah, I want this. So I got this. This was the coolest thing though. PlayStation's cool, but I don't have time to play it. But this is cool. I can wear it. Too bad the yellow is something that is a problem here on the stream, because when you do yellow and green, it goes transparent. But I can even wear it and get it from the other room. It's fucking cool. I love it. And there's not a lot of people. My boy Jay Graves says he's got like a Minnesota Twins one and another team one. And he says he doesn't even know how he got it. My dad ended up getting that, but like I said, when he got it, someone I think stole it, and then we had to go back and get it. But it's a pretty iconic, cool item. That's for sure. I'm actually going to post it on my Twitter.
His game is set up for majors. Very even keeled guy.
1990.
Unbelievable putt on the last hole. I sure thought was going to go in to get him in the playoff, but terrific player. If he's a stock, you're buying it right now.
You use the word unbelievable to describe Zalatoris. It would probably be the best word to describe Scheffler's entire 2022 year, right? I mean,
so my dad found this.
Well, he got off to such an amazing start. I mean, he took over the tournament early, shot 4 under par on the front 9. It was the short 11th of a par 3 that literally you could throw the ball on. On the weekend, he made a double bogey on Saturday, and he bogeyed it today and Sunday. Really, really cost him the golf tournament.
Lastly, I think if you're a golf fan, non-golf fan, you saw the emotion between Fitzpatrick and most especially his caddy, Billy Foster, who the story has spent decades on tour, waiting for a victory, and to see that emotion on Father's Day. Can you
That's so cool.
help us understand the relationship between a player and a caddy on this stage with this amount of pressure?
Well, first of all, Zubin, Billy Foster's been caddying back when I was playing, so that's how long he's been around. It's been 4 decades. He's been with great players. He caddied for 70. He caddied for Lee Westwood. He caddied for a bunch of great players that just never came through at a major championship, and finally get one. Great for him and great for Matthew Fitzpatrick. It was a wonderful day for golf in America today.
It's going to be a great few weeks for Andy North. We're 25 days away from the 150th Open Championship at St. Andrews, the birthplace of golf, and more importantly, 76 days away from his beloved Badgers opening the 2020.
I said my dad found this batting helmet 32 years old. I was 8. Priceless. 1990 at Mariners.
Thanks, Z, man.
Thank you, Andy. All they'll be ready in mad time.
So this is a fucking cool. Yeah. But a lot of people, I don't share, I'll share some stuff, you know what I mean? But I got, collectibles on collectibles cards and old school posters and Sports Illustrateds and starting lineups and McFarland's. But yeah, we talk about it, but it's always nice I can share, some stuff, because sometimes you hear about stuff or people talk that, oh, I got this, I got that. It's like when you were little, like, oh, I have this, and then they don't have it. They're just like lying about it or whatever. But yeah, it's nice to be able to share our love for what we have love for, in sports. Dipoto. So who is it still Nintendo? And then some of we need to start getting some billionaire people like the Dodgers, like Magic Johnson and these other people to help start incorporating payroll so we can get some better players and better management then. Because it was through like Nintendo. Like Nintendo still had a big stake, especially even when Ichiro was there. And I assume that they still have a good chunk of the ownership of the Mariners. It's not owned by Paul Allen's sister, like in the Seahawks and the Blazers. Because Phil Knight and some other people are trying to, take over. But we'll have to wait and see. It is, right? I mean, it's the coolest one. All the old school stuff is just electric, dude.
Center that brings in Joey Gallo to score. Yankees up 4-2.
And then look, you see it? That's designed based off, you know what I mean? That's why my dad got it. That 89, 90, that style. He's like, you want to be like Ken Griffey Jr.? Yeah, I do. He's like, boom, I got you. And it's not like an official one. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like one of those ones that you would get like now at a ballpark where they put nachos in it or whatever. But this one's a little bit thicker than those thin plastic ones. So it's got a little bit more thickness. This one's like the little kid, like toy version. And I imagine they had like an adult version of this one that's probably like, really expensive, like, 200, 400, 500, but something like this, I mean, you're definitely looking at, someone that would do like $50 or less, for nostalgia purposes, stuff like that. Some people would sell it for maybe 5 or 10, but if you're, a true collector, you're not going to give something like this up. It's rare. You know what I mean? Like you definitely would want to get 20 to 50 for it, especially if it's in good condition. It's got only a couple minor scratches on it for me, probably just being an idiot, and just like running around and falling down and it hitting rocks or something. You know what I mean? What's up, baby? I know I love you. What do you need? Did you poop? Did you pee? Do you need food? Yeah. And I remember when I got this one autographed, I was like, okay, I want to get the dopest, pimpest photo of Griffey. Because I had the Fleer card too, but I thought this one, he looks more of a pimp. And I like the Rated Rookie series. So I was like, okay, I made a good decision. And he used the blue ink instead of black, so it looks awesome. Okay. All right, let me. Paisley's in the room staring at me. Hold on. What's up? What do you need? That's it. Buck's gonna come out and say your day is over. Otherwise, pretty darn good start. Seth Lugo, Andre Oliva, Gerard Encarnacion. All right, give me a second. She's whining. All right, give me just a sec, and then I will see what's going on with her, so I can figure out what's up. Hold on. I'll leave you with some ribs. Hold up. What's up? What's going on?
His first big league home run is monumental.
I'd say, look at that emotion. By the way, he also had an outfield assist and stole a base. What didn't he do? Welcome to the show. On the way, we'll go to the NL West, and quite the scare for the Padres and an MVP candidate. Yep, Machado goes down in a race to first base when he might return. The very latest, that's on the way.
Also, as Sue Bird takes her farewell tour to her hometown, she has some parting words for the Brooklyn fans might not be too fond of. And after a demoralizing Game 2 loss, what's the mindset of the two-time defending champion Lightning just hours from Game 3? We're at the Stanley Cup final. It's Max and Zubin with Dog Sports.
All right, I'm back. Wish there was another game on right now. But all right, what do we got? We got Sports Center. I was really hoping for the NASCAR race, but maybe being at Father's Day and stuff, it makes sense for them to skip this, this particular day. I mean, I know a lot of people went to baseball games today. Maybe I'll go back and watch they have NBA finals, but how old are these games? Let me go to NBA and NFL 360, 2020. Oh, I don't want to watch this one. Fuck no. I thought it was like something old or something. Hey, watch the Mariners get, at least they do replays so I can watch like the Mariners again, which is kind of nice. So it's like, all right, we lost. Let me watch us lose again. But I hope everyone had a fantastic Father's Day and a good weekend. And, your boys here just grinding it out. Alan, my boy. How are you? Yeah. And hopefully we can get a few more goats to come in. I know it's like Sunday and, you know, it's a Father's Day thing. People are prepping for maybe work or school will be pretty much over for most of the younger people and whatnot. But yeah, I'll keep grinding it out. We'll see how long we go. Usually I try to do 4 hours minimum, you know what I mean? As long as I'm, having fun and we're just, different people hop in and hop out and we just chill and we hang out and kind of talk about what we did and whatnot. What did everybody do? Anyone do anything fun? Oh, that's good. That's good to hear, bro. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Paisley is still on the cone and she's very irritable. She wants to hang out and spend time. I get it. I know you want to hang out. I get it. Yeah, but I've been fantasizing about ribs for about a month. And obviously for Father's Day, my dad got this for me on my birthday. So I was like, you know what? I got to return the favor. Boom. Fernando Valenzuela, timeless piece, autographed jersey patch out of 15, serial numbered. Amazing. The dad loved it. So that was good. And then we had a nice feast, a nice spread. And it was fucking phenomenal. I have actually leftovers. So if I actually get hungry, you might hear me fucking chewing over here and eating some ribs and whatnot. And then obviously the photo of my dad. So the two heroes, right? You got Koufax and you got my dad. Awesome. And then obviously this is the autograph in return. Yeah, and I figured, it should be nice to be able to kind of share in, the NWSF vibe, that what makes me and my dad different from a lot of other people out there. I mean, some people, they have the love for the game, but like for my dad watching every fucking Dodger game, like how many people do you know that like love baseball, but they don't watch every game? You know what I mean? To watch 162, like either, live or DVR, that takes a lot of fucking dedication. You know what I'm saying? But if you love something, you're going to go after it. And that's my dad. Very knowledgeable. I told him it would be cool to have him on the mic if he didn't live so far away. And the collection is just phenomenal. The baseball collection might be the most impressive besides the photos, just for the amount of the baseballs and the autographs and who they are on the baseballs, right? And on top of the autograph photos, which are so legendary, that might be the coolest thing. The photos first and then the baseball second. Fucking incredible. I didn't even get them all. I'll have to go back and take more of other photos and other things, but I try to get most of the cool stuff. And this is just a lot of stuff that's just on the wall or on the, the floor there. And I mean, and then here's my thing. Hey, my dad had the eye. He found it. I was actually wondering where it was. It was weird. I was actually talking about that thing and I was wondering where that thing was. And then boom, my dad finds it. It's like 32 years later. It was a sign from the sports gods. They're like, Orion wants his 8-year-old batting helmet back when he was 8 years old. Boom, make it happen. And then I got it back. And it fits too. I can actually go get it and put it on. Yeah, it's super dope. Super dope. I know. Yeah, so yeah, we're just chilling and just, I'm going to be eating some food and I'm just kind of relaxing. I'm going to rewatch the Mariner game, maybe just relax and whatnot. And so anytime, people got to go and get ready for work or, they got other obligations, it's cool to say bye or whatever, you got to dip and, but for the meantime though, I'm going to keep grinding it out. I mean, my puppy was right here underneath the chair. I'm giving her a little scratch on the top of the head. She loves that. And she's got the cone. So she really likes to be itched behind her ears, like on her neck, because she can't reach there. So when she tries to itch, she does it through, like she swats at the, like the cone. I was like, okay, well, you're scratching the cone, girl. You're not scratching your neck. So I know it's odd. And, I'll give her a little massage on the top of the head and she likes that. And, I just try to give her all the loves and all the attention. And she likes to snug on my leg or, in between the leg or on my arm. And yeah, she's so loving. Like I said, I don't know where I would be mentally without her, and I'm glad I can share obviously the, times with her when we spend time walking together, exercising or watching TV together. I thought it would always be cool, to have a dog to watch TV with. I just thought that would be the coolest thing ever. Doesn't have to be a big dog, could be small or medium, but just a dog that's just going to sit there and, just watch TV with you and relax and whatnot. That's a fun time, that bond. So if you're missing that bond, you might want to get a cat or a dog. I'm more of a dog person rather than cat. It's just, I've been always a dog person all my life. Do I hate cats? No. I think that, I could get attached to a cat and even love a cat like other people do, but the dogs are just so much more personality. And, I don't have to worry about the dog going into a cat litter and then, stepping in shit and then going and jumping on the counter and on food plates and stuff. The sanitary thing with the cat stuff is like, they're always, putting their paws and shit in their hands and into shit and cat litter and then walking around. So at least I don't have to worry about that with Paisley. Yeah, let's get to a hundo. Let's do it. It just depends if we get any goats. I don't know if we're going to get Holly tonight. I don't know if we're going to get Cyber. I would assume Cyber is sleeping. Usually Sunday is his recharge day until he goes back to work Monday. So I don't think we're going to see him unless he decides to do just a drive-by dono and drop in. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to keep grinding it out. So I'm going to stream between now, hour and 20 minutes. I bought a 6-pack of Corona. I got a couple gummies. I got food galore. So we'll probably go until midnight. So I got another, 3 hours and 30 minutes to make it, 5 hours? So we'll probably do 4 or 5 hours. We'll just see where the night takes us. You know what I mean? With everything there. But I mean, if I go until midnight, that'll be another, 3 hours and 39 minutes. So we'll see. 4 to 5 hours. That's typical what we've been doing. So, and then if we get more people in the room, then the better. But if it ends up being where people are, just want to go or they got other shit to do, that's no big deal. Your boy will be back the next day and I'll keep it moving. But I think we're on a great start. I mean, shit, we ended up getting, what were we at? $65 before the stream even started. So we just got to wait for maybe some other goats to come through and hang out and we'll go from there. All right, now Paisley's underneath in the chair.
5-hour energy. Because spring means getting stuff done. Lots of stuff. You gotta cut stuff, pour stuff, nice stuff. You're gonna have some nibbling on that. Lots of energy. 5-hour energy for every weekend to-do list.
When you use Constant Contact, prepare accordingly. Let's win this. With email marketing and more to drive your business forward. Try it free at ConstantContact.com.
The great outdoors is meant to be explored. Road tripping to the mountains, finding the
Should I adjust with my lighting? It's like, come on, Paisley. Relax.
Find your next lifted adventure with a rig from Northwest Motorsport. With a huge selection of over 1,300 vehicles to choose from.
Oh, it looks like Cyberpunk just reacted to one of my tweets. So maybe he is awake. Maybe he is awake. So maybe we won't get a stop by from Cyber if he's not already in there. So a lot of times he's just playing video games and resting and chilling and stuff. So yeah, but but anyone wants to talk about, feel free. You can, if you guys just want to chill, whatever. Like I'm going to end up cooking up some food and getting some food. Obviously you'll see ribs and some other stuff, probably some baked beans and stuff. I'm going to eat a little bit. Just drink a little bit of beer, watch a little bit of baseball. And then anyone that comes in, if they want to take a look at the memorabilia and everything, then we can do that. And yeah, she really is. I mean, I try to spend a lot of time, with her and careful. But yeah, lots of time is spent. What time do you have to start work tomorrow? You got to start work at what time? 8, 9, 10 a.m.? And then we got Stanley Cup tomorrow, right? Game 3 in Tampa. So that'll be a game that's a must-win game for Tampa. They can't lose that game. So for, it should be, we'll see what kind of calls we get in that. Even if you end up getting Colorado winning that game in Tampa, it might be a sweep. Like, they're that fucking good. Like, you already saw what happened in game 1 and game 2. So nice. Just looking at the scores. I want to look at Monday's schedule. Any early games? Nice. Marlins and Mets are on at 10:10. Fuck yeah, I'm watching that. And then Cardinals and Brewers on FS1 at 5:10. Ooh. And you're both 38 and 30. Ooh. And no Mariners and no Dodgers. So I guess I'm watching the Cardinals and Brewers then. Fucking A. And I'll watch that. And then I'll watch the Stanley Cup. That fucking A. Monday Night Raw. I guess we're watching those. I'm not going to really watch Monday Night Raw, but I'll watch the other two. So.
That's right. We'll have Cammy talking about his son Daz on this very special day, special relationship there. Cammy, coming up here to get you set on Mariners pregame, presented by Mimosa Hard Seltzer.
It's time to celebrate so many good things at your neighborhood Abby's Pizza Parlor.
Birthday parties, sports parties,
Grad parties.
Abby's is ready to help you celebrate. Make your reservation now and let us make your celebration legendary.
Cook up big cash and prizes this June at Tulalip Resort Casino. Stop by Mondays for Emerald's Bamboo Essentials giveaway. Earn 750 points and visit the kiosk each week to complete your chop, prep, and storage set.
What are you doing, Paisley?
With free play, cash, and more. Earn 500 points.
Did you poop or pee? What did you do?
Plus a chance to win
Did you poop or pee?
10 grand.
Huh?
All the details online at
What did you do?
tulalipcasino.com.
You have so much personality, don't you? Love you. All right, let me go take a quick peek and grab a thing of food. Give me a couple minutes and be like 1 or 2 and I'll be back. So I'll let you stare at good old Travis Kelce. I'll be right back. What's up?
Just swipe and switch.
These are definitely a keeper.
I think these are the one.
Ooh, these look good. That was so easy. They make it so fun and fabulous.
Active and ageless seniors, Shag's newest location, Legacy Plaza in Auburn, is opening soon. Stylish and spacious 1 and 2 bedroom apartments, close to restaurants, shopping, and entertainment, and just steps away from the Sounder train station. Legacy Plaza is designed for a carefree lifestyle. Enjoy the stunning views of Mount Rainier and the Auburn Valley. Thrive in a worry-free environment with amazing amenities.
Life at Shag has so much more than your average apartment home. You'll love it here.
Call 888-450-SHAG. Every day is Taco Tuesday at Abby's. Our taco especial is on sale 7 days a week. Loaded with beef or chicken, onions, olives, tomatoes, cheddar cheese, and lettuce. It's a pizza you won't forget. Dine in or order online for takeout or delivery right to your door.
Beautiful Sunday afternoon, thinking good baseball thoughts. We're thinking Ken Griffey Jr., one of the proud dads here on Father's Day, got instrumental in getting the number 42 retired. And in fact, I'm wearing a 42 cap yet again as we welcome you to Mariners baseball. Folks finally hit on this gorgeous Sunday, the finale against the Angels. It's the homestand finale. We'll be away for a week, bringing the youngins, the oldens, and see if the Mariners can get something going. Today's also Juneteenth, the celebration of the final slaves in Texas near Galveston. Finally getting word that they were free back on this date in 1865. This is Mariner Baseball on a good-looking Sunday afternoon. Glad you joined us, everybody. Dave Sims and Mariners Hall of Famer Dan Wilson. As the Mariners try to get a game in this series and finish on an uptick in this series and the homestand. Here's a look at the lineup that Logan Gilbert will follow on face today.
Taylor Warby leading up, and then there he is, Mike Trout in the 2-hole again. 4 homers this series. 3 of them have been game winners, 2 in the doubleheader yesterday. Jared Walsh will be in the 4-hole. He had a pitch in 2-run homer late in the game in game 2 yesterday, and that was the backbreaker for the Mariners. Brandon Marsh down there in the 7-hole, and there's Logan Gilbert, the man they will be facing, making his 14th start on the year, the 7-2 record, and that 2.22 ERA. Logan has been very strong and very consistent all year long, looking for consecutive start number 7 in a row. And here will be his arsenal again today. The good 4-seam fastball that we have seen in his mid-90s. He'll use that slider off it, a curveball from time to time, and a changeup from time to time. But it is that fastball-slider combination that he will lean on, that 96-mile-an-hour heater that he has top of the zone. Now we'll take a look at the Mariners defense. Winker, Rodriguez, and Moore left to right in the outfield. Suarez, Crawford, Toro, and France left to right on the infield. Cal Raleigh will do the catching this afternoon for Logan Gilbert.
Well, here we go. First pitch brought to you by First Tech Federal Credit Union. Logan Gilbert's deals. First pitch is home 1. Umpires today: Nick Barley, home plate; David Arietta at first; Adam Hammery at second; and Jerry Lane, the crew chief, at third. Logan Gilbert, 4th career start against Angels, 2-0 with a 4.02 ERA. 25-year-old right-hander trying to get the Mariners a W here, including this 5-game series. Mariners currently 3-7 on this road trip. 1-2 against Boston, 1-2 against Minnesota, and 1-3 against the Angels. Off the mask of Cal Raleigh. Oh, that was a big impact, too.
With the Father's Day gear on today with the light blue. Cal looking good, but took one off the chest there. Looked like maybe off the right shoulder.
Took one right in the middle of his belly in last night's game late in the contest.
We love it, though, Dave. We love it.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question right after this pitch, 2-2. I love how the umpires give you a chance to shake it off. That's on the average, how many seconds does it take when you get squared up on the pass? I mean, it's a blow.
Yeah, it really is, and I think it's similar to when you get a good stinger in football as well. You just kind of get shaken up. You need a second or two, and you're right. The umpires will help you out, and you help them out in return.
Indeed.
All right.
So the 2-2 pitch, Warren Staples. Well, Mike Trout, moving it out earlier, about a month or so ago, had an 0 for 26. You never know by looking at the leader.
Yeah. We'll see. Like I said, depending on what time I decide to keep going, I'm just gonna eat and chill out, and then we'll see what happens.
I think I know the answer to this question. But how do you pitch Trout?
Carefully. I mean, the one key is to stay up in the zone. He is a good low ball hitter. So look for Logan to use that mid-90s.
So good.
At the top, belt high, letter high. He has learned over the years, Dave. A lot of teams obviously pitch him up there, so he has learned. He's a little bit more selective. He eyeballs it a lot better than he used to. But I tell you what, that's really about the only place you can go. He is so devastating, as we saw yesterday. He can pitch off the plate away, driving it to right field.
That looked like a good pitcher's pitch.
Yeah, he is just a tough out.
1-1 pitch. Holding there, 1 and 2. Give you an idea. You know about that. You know about. You're sick of hearing it, but you got to tell a story about Trout. Here's some numbers. Look at the trace. Trout is now 2nd in home runs, 3rd in runs, 4th in total bases, 2nd in slugging to Aaron Judge. Extra base hits 3rd and leads in OPS.
And that's after a tough streak.
That'll be my last reference to it today. Thank you very much.
I need a napkin. I got way too much stuff everywhere. Oh, the ribs are good.
Well, the Ward-Trout combination in game 1 of the series was devastating, but here, good hard fastball. You see 96 inside on the hands. Ties him up. start the double play, and that's the way to do it, Dave. Get a couple outs for one.
Not out of the woods as of yet. Here gets Shohei Ohtani. 2 for 13 in the series. He's an impressive athlete, so you've seen him a while. 1-0 pitch.
Yeah, the fire. Fire.
Good hard fastball up in the zone. You see, kind of surprises over. Thought about it, and then felt like he was coming in tight on him.
Time granted, it's in the lineup. Boy, that was generous. Holy mackerel. That pitch inside reminded me of Gilbert against the Yankees here last year. Remember, he kept coming up in the inner guys for a young pitcher, man. Not trying to hit anybody, back him off the plate a little bit. That's a good heater. There's a strike.
Another good heater on the inside corner. I think pitching inside, Dave, is so important. It makes for an uncomfortable at bat, and no hitter wants to stand in there at 96 coming on the inside corner.
So good.
Center field for Julio.
Stop.
Double play. Man, that was the large weapon. Nothing across for
No whooping.
Phillips Mariners coming back.
Benintendi is into second. He's making a turn.
Healthy wetlands lead to healthy communities. And Ducks Unlimited is the world's leader in wetlands conservation. Wetlands are one of the most productive ecosystems on the planet and support the life cycle needs of 40% of all plant and animal species by providing food and habitat. But Ducks Unlimited's wetlands conservation work also benefits you in so many ways. Wetlands improve water quality by trapping sediments, filtering pollutants, and replenishing aquifers, so you can enjoy clean water. Wetlands also act like sponges that store and slowly release floodwaters to protect you from flooding and reduce coastal erosion. Wetlands regulate, capture, and store greenhouse gases to help stabilize climate conditions and strengthen our
You are back.
ecosystems. And wetlands provide recreational opportunities, so you can enjoy outdoor activities like hunting, fishing, bird watching, hiking, and kayaking. Learn more at ducks.org.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Minions, the Rise of Group. The theaters July 1st. Let's dive in.
What about Camp 5?
Advil Dual Action fights pain in 2 ways. Advil targets pain at the source. Acetaminophen blocks pain signals. Advil Dual Action.
For more than 45 years, Lycos has been a name you can trust in the auto business. Right now, if you need a vehicle, new or certified pre-owned, we have more than 450 available at Lycos Subaru of Bellevue. Love your current Subaru and just
Oh, that was good.
start with Lycos service.
Now, sometimes I don't necessarily like want to eat during the stream. You know what I mean? But sometimes if you're streaming for 4 to 8 hours, sometimes you got to take a nibble. Paisley's like, where's mine? I don't have any more treats. I got to make money tonight, and I'll go to Petco tomorrow. I know. You're just getting spoiled eating human food. It's like you give her like blueberries, strawberries. You can't give too much, you know, besides like the dog treat stuff, you know, but there's some. Don't knock that over. Put that up. Don't touch that. Don't knock that over. It's like knocking over the lighting. Lay down. Lay down. Yeah, but it was good. And check it out. Check it out. I got cheesecake too. Oh, baby. I know there's a lot of cakes out there. I like pie. I like pie more than cheesecake. No. I like pie more than cake, but the best cake is cheesecake. There's so many variations. Regular, You know, you can do strawberry cheesecake. You could do raspberry, like pretty much any berry you could do, and it's amazing. And then all of a sudden now we go do a cheesecake photo because that's what we do here, right? We go and we.
Time as a big leaguer leading off. Big swing and a miss. Yesterday, 4-2 Angels win in 10, 3-0 Angels win in the.
All right, I'm gonna come on, Julio. I didn't get to watch a lot of this game because I was watching the Dodger game with my dad, but I think we lost 5-0 or something, so we didn't do anything. Except for Julio got a base hit. I told my dad about him, but he only watches Dodgers, so I try to watch everybody. Now we're going to be doing cheesecake photos on the stream. I love it because I do like to bring up things that I love. And so let's go. I'm going to find a better one than that, though.
Julio Rodriguez at first base. Velasquez, as you mentioned, Dave.
Watch out.
MLB, 8 defensive
You're not
runs,
nibbling on
7
that.
control
No.
stops. He's a good one. And you see
No.
outstanding backhand diving play on that ball by Julio.
Take a look at the arsenal for Kenny Rosenberg.
He's gonna have a nice
Calm down.
fastball to four-seamer. He'll use it with
No.
curveball slider. He'll use a little bit.
No.
And he's gonna use often.
They can hear you.
Try to keep these Mariners off stride, so it's gonna be in and out, hard and soft for Rosenberg.
What? What do you want? I'm waiting. What do you want to? You want to talk back to Dad? What's going on? Huh? Don't be all quiet since I turned the TV down and now they can hear you. What are you whining about? Don't get all shy now. Huh? You know you're in trouble or what? What? Yeah, I love you. Yes, I love you, Paisley. I love you, I said. Love you. Good. Good old cheesecake. Obviously, the stuff that has like the strawberries. Or you have like the actual fresh fruit on the top, like kind of like this one. Or they drizzle. You know, it just depends on, I guess, what you like. Careful. Careful, Paisley. All right, come on, Suarez. You see like this? You can get like this kind that has like the fruit on the top. That's good. That can be tasty, and you know, it's very rich. But I like stuff that they've got the kind of like the drizzle action on it is kind of bomb.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they've really struggled with. And they've gotten, a lot of traffic on base. They've gotten the base runners that they need. It's just the ability to get them in. And Scott Servais was talking about it before the game today. He said, hey, ground balls up the middle, they work just fine, especially with runners on base. So look for the Mariners to be more aggressive to the middle field, especially against a guy like Rosenberg. He's going to be hard and soft. You want to stay middle, keep your timing where it needs to be.
And yet his theme recently, sure never swing.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of contact. With runners in scoring position, put the ball in play, make some contact short.
I'm gonna let my stomach settle just a little bit. Oh yeah, you gotta treat yourself sometimes. Yeah.
Base. A few weeks now.
It happens.
In that trend, 2 out.
All right, bottom of the first, Mariners and Angels. I was watching Dodgers with my dad against a stupid ass Guardians, and they couldn't even fucking beat them. But I'm just hanging out. Anyone that wants to see some cool memorabilia, I'm starting to show a little bit more of my life. I mean, I feel quite a bit, but to be able to go even deeper, in the collection and the fam, it's nice, yeah, it does it, doesn't it? I mean, this like the ones that actually have the fruit, and it's like you get the syrup, with the right, you get the syrup, and it just tasty. You know what I mean? Because you want to have that texture. I don't necessarily want the big fruit on there. I want the this type. That's more delicious to me. So yeah, but I don't know how many pieces I got. Probably like 4 or 5 out of a big cake. It's like the variety pack where they have like the chocolate, the strawberry, the raspberry, the plain. I'm not really a big fan on the chocolate one. I mean, it all is cheesecake, but I don't really necessarily want chocolate cheesecake. That's like if I'm choosing the flavors, that's the one I'm choosing last. Because I mean, I don't mind chocolate, but it's like cheesecake. I mean, strawberry cheesecake, regular cheesecake, right? Chocolate cheesecake is like, if I'm gonna eat chocolate, I'll eat like a Snickers ice cream bar. You know what I mean? From the freezer. Oh my God, that hits. Like, you can do Haagen-Dazs and they have a really good coffee crunch one, coffee almond crunch one. That's incredible. They have minis of that too. I'll usually buy that once in a while, but it's got like kind of a coffee crunch toffee flavor on the Haagen-Dazs. Amazing. And then obviously with the Snickers ice cream bar. Reese's ones are pretty good too, but I think the Snickers ice cream bar is undefeated. It's good. I think it's better than the regular Snickers bar because you get the ice cream and then you get a little bit of that caramel and just the chocolate on the outside of the Snicker bar. Paisley's licking my hand. It's like, yum, Dad. Yeah, but it was a good Father's Day. And so what did you end up doing? You ended up going to like some kind of bar and grill. You ended up eating some food? What did you end up eating? What did you guys have? What did the fam have? Did you guys go for your regulars? Sometimes when I go to a restaurant, I go to like my go-to, which is like chicken fried steak. And I'll do that just because I know it's going to be good. I mean, it's hard to fuck up chicken fried chicken or chicken fried steak. Yeah, mashed potatoes and chicken fried steak. That definitely that's money. A little bit of, I can do toast or bread with it, like a roll. Then if I have veggies or fruit with it, I don't care. It's like whatever, it's cool. But chicken fried steak and then potatoes or hash browns. What, baby? She is needy.
At 62 degrees, partly cloudy, wind coming in from the left field foul pole going across the field. So see how that affects some of the balls that jump off. We saw that a couple days ago when you were here.
Yeah.
A couple balls just jump off the bat and got Jared Walsh. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Walsh for an default stats. Walsh did some damage last night. 7
Calm down.
hit 2 runs.
Calm down.
2-1.
Calm down. Hey, calm down.
Cody Gilbert, Cal Ron, they use that pitch con. Sometimes about a lot. They generally work quite quickly. Walsh a better guy. Trying to slow him down a little bit. Here comes a 1-1. Sergio left one over the plate.
It was a slider, kind of came into the down and in loop zone on the left-handed hitter Walsh, and able to take it deep, and that was kind of a backbreaker there in game 2, Dave.
Indeed it was. For Suarez. Out number 1. Into the shift.
Well, you mentioned Logan Gilbert and how quickly he works. Really, among the pitchers, he's the quickest, 14.8 seconds on an average between pitches. Everyone else averaging around 18 seconds. And guys love to play behind a guy that works quickly. And tempo can be something that's very, very advantageous. It can work to your advantage. Strategic in a way. You throw a lot of strikes. You work quickly. The hitter kind of steps in the box and almost feels at a disadvantage right away. And that's why you saw Walsh kind of calling for time, trying to slow that pace down a little bit. Logan Gilbert, Cal Raleigh, like we talked about and have talked about, they've
All right.
been friends for a long period of time. They're comfortable with one another, and so that really
Yes.
seems to move along.
So when pitch clock comes
Right.
in next year, they won't have to make my
All right, so I just gave her some medicine and stuff, and I'm just gonna watch the Mariners and chill. And then, like I said, we'll just play it by ear. Like I said, we'll go and we'll see if other people will hop in. And at any point, if you need to go right ahead. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain days when things are slow. Like, obviously, I know almost all the time is going to be up and down and slow for, you know, until we get to football season, until August. So obviously between this rest of this month and next month, there's going to be some challenges probably, but I can definitely hold it down, and, you know, I'm just going to be chilling. So, and when people come in, then, you know, conversations can start, you know what I mean? But in the meantime, I'll just be just watching, you know, watching sports or reading or whatever. And then when people come in and ask questions or have comments, and we'll throw some photos up and, you know, just chilling. I mean, sometimes it's a late night stream vibe. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just, you know, people can just like do laundry and then occasionally say what's up, or, you know, you can, you know, just have just, you know, kind of just good vibes and just chill. I got to see what's going on here. If she knocks something over, hold on.
Yeah.
Just don't forget that stuff, Dave.
They sure don't. Nightmare the day before, right?
That's right.
1-1.
Another good fastball. You see 96 on the velocity. EQC Tracer has it right at the bottom of the zone. Nice job, Cal Raleigh, bringing that pitch up.
I saw that soft hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Cal's really good at it.
Swing and a miss, and Gilbert feeling good. That's his first K. 1, 2, 3 in the second. When we come back, it'll be Dylan Moore, Jesse Winker, Cal Raleigh coming up.
For less than $1,000.
All right, my ESP was correct. Paisley was eating a bra, so I had to go get it. You were eating a bra, huh? Is that what you were doing, Paisley? She didn't think I would know. Good thing I got in there, otherwise that bra would have been destroyed. Grilled chicken with bacon, pub fries, ranch. Same but tots. Dad had pulled pork with onion rings. Pulled pork sandwich? Or just pulled pork with onion rings? Like, what did they just put it on the plate, or did it go in a sandwich? I love pulled pork. That sounds good. Tots, love tots. I haven't had tots forever. You know, it's always fries or like mashed potatoes, but like tots, that actually is something that I might go to a Safeway in the next like week, and I'll just buy a big ass thing of tots and just have a bunch of ketchup, and I just fucking have a tot party, and just, you know, I'll probably have to try to make something with it. I got to decide what do I eat with tots? Like burger with tots, like homemade burger with tots, or like trying to think what else I could eat. Like I could do like a sub sandwich kind of style. Pulled pork sandwich, nice. Those are always money. Whenever I watch like Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, or Guy Fieri, or Food Channel, or Food Network, or any of the food related channels, I like watching those almost every day. You know, just I love food, and it's awesome how young some of these people are like chef status, like from 8 to 15 years old. It's just like wild that they could cook that well, but it's just amount of passion and practice. Because even though if they're young, imagine them cooking almost every day for a year. That's like 300 some days, and then you do it for like 3 years in a row. You're at 900. You do 40, you know, at 1,200. So I mean, you've got 1,200 days. There's enough room for failure, but you're going to have success if you keep grinding it out like that, and you got good people around you. And that's how those Master Chef Juniors are so fucking good at like 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. Those fucking kids are amazing. They really know. I watch their show, and I love it. I love the older people with the Master Chef, but I think the kid one is the most impressive, because they're just like all like very proper, and, you know, doing all these like food terminology terms that you would only know unless you were in that biz and that type of work. Yeah, it's very inspiring. It's like, fuck, dude, this kid is 8 and he's way better than me. Like, I just want to be able to, you know, if that's one skill, like, you know, down the road, that would be cool to be able to get better at. I think anyone would desire to be better. I mean, it's easy to be able to get like fast food and, you know, eat something that's already made, but to make something yourself with love, you know, whether it's tacos or spaghetti or pasta or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it ends up tasting a lot better. At least it does for me, because I know I really tried. You know, I really try to put my love into it. The time and the effort and the ingredients, and, Yeah, like that's why I like really doing spaghetti. I mean, I don't do too much. I mean, I usually will do like spaghetti, homemade tacos, burritos once in a while. But I'm trying to eat less. And I'm trying to do like salads and fruits and stuff too. So I'm not trying to do the fast food thing. I mean, I really fucked up and I ate way too much Grubhub. Like, fuck, there was times where in a month, you know, it's like over $1,000 spent, and then like, you know, ordering sometimes once a day from Grubhub, sometimes twice. There's been times where I've ordered 3 times during COVID in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It gets so expensive. It's insane. But you know, glad that COVID is still around, but it's not as, at least they're not reporting on the news and your outlets that, you know, a lot of people I think are still getting infected and they're still having issues, but it's died down a little bit. Now it's the monkeypox and whatnot. So based on my reading and whatnot. I got Paisley behind me. Calm down. Yeah, and the thing is like I like stuff that tastes good. Just probably like you and anyone else. I want the meat. I want, you know, the flavor. Give me tacos. Give me pasta. Give me burritos. Give me fucking burgers. All the fucking variations. Fucking flame broiled, you know, Burger King style to homemade to, you know, Carl's Jr. or fucking Jack in the Box. Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah, sign me up. You know, then I can do the Subway thing, maybe Panda Express. But it's like, fuck, man, when you eat all those carbs and you eat that stuff that tastes good after you eat, it's not good. You know, sometimes you get lethargic and you know, get sleepy, tired, lazy, don't want to do anything afterwards and stuff. So, and it's, you know, hard to work that shit off. Like you got to exercise, you got to like walk, and then you got to start like, you know, popsicles and, you know, salads and fruits. But I mean, depending on the salad that you get, like I like getting the pre-made ones. They have a Santa Fe one at Safeway. It's in a bowl. It's Santa Fe flavor. It's got corn, chicken, Monterey cheese, and then just a little bit of salad in there. It's like $4. It definitely, it's not like a burger meal, but I mean, when you're trying to lose weight, it definitely it hits and kicks pretty good. And it's like, okay, this is a good snack. And then, you know, try to do a little bit of fruits and stuff. And I get one of those like variety bowls at Safeway that's got like blueberries, strawberries, you know, cantaloupe, watermelon, strawberry. Like it's got the variation. I like getting those. They cost like $5 to $8. They're probably a little bit, I don't know, probably overpriced a little bit, but I mean, they're already pre-cut and everything. So everything's in there. Someone took the time to take the maintenance with those and wash them. And so, yeah, but those ones are pretty good. Congratulations. That's good. I mean, I'm not really worried about my face or my legs or anything like that. It's just my midsection. And I think a lot of guys and girls go with that same, you know, problem. It's just the fucking midsection is where all the beer and all the food, and if you don't exercise, it just, you know, keeps growing and it keeps, you know, and it's like, why are you growing so much? I don't want this, you know, but unless you're willing to make the time to exercise or eat healthier, you know, you have to make the choice. And sometimes it's tough because, you know, sometimes people do get addicted to food and they'll eat based off like emotion, good mood or bad mood or lazy mood, bored mood, you know, because I mean, you've been there, you know what I mean? You could just be sober or you could be stoned or drunk and you just start eating and then, you know, little bit here turns in, I mean, then you're just like snacking for like hours on end. Yeah, not good. But I've definitely tried to cut back as much as I can. I still have a couple beers a show, just because I'm going for usually, you know, 4 to 8 hours. I got to sip on something. I talked to my dad about that. I was like, I can do gummies and I can do a gummy or two, and I can still be, able to host. And then I can drink, I can drink whatever. I could drink 10 beers. I'd be fine. It's just, Paisley's needy and I got to be able to keep grinding. So I don't know. Sunday, people are busy, I guess. And, I hear you, Paisley. I love you. Trust me. I want to hang out with you. But if I don't work hard, that's no dog bones. Hey, if I don't work, there's no dog bones or, greenies or treats. I want to give you new bones. I want to give you new bones and new treats every day and new ropes and new toys. Okay? You're looking in my eyes. I know you are. I can see you. I know. Daddy doesn't want to work 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours every day. I know, but I'm sorry. I know it's not fair either. I know. I just got to keep working hard, and then maybe we won't have to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Maybe we can do like 3 or 2. You understand? She's just so needy. Needy dog. Wants to hang out with dad every single minute, every single second of the day. Dad. She just wants dad. Hey, fucking, I don't give a shit if you do on YouTube, she says. I want you to pet me and kiss me and hug me and snug me. Yeah, fun times being able to, give something away, and like I told him, for every birthday that, I didn't come up big, or, you know what I mean? Because his birthday's like 6 days after Christmas. His birthday's on the 31st. So right before New Year's. And he's not really a big drinker at all. Doesn't do that. Hasn't been a drinker for a long time, maybe 20 years, something like that, 25, 30, like, had moments and stuff. But even when I was a kid, never drank ever that much, like a little here and there. We go camping, maybe the most there, because you can just you can get let loose and you're not driving anywhere. You're just sitting by the fire, or just, going by the creek or whatever, fishing or shooting the 22 or whatever, and just chilling and stuff. But yeah. But then he went to the hospital, so got to make sure he ends up being okay with the heart and everything like that. But yeah, just, being able to do something special and make up for any of birthday 6 days after Christmas. That's tough. It's like, just spent a shitload of money on Christmas, then boom, 6 days later, it's like birthday. It's like, at least Father's Day is a little bit spread out, but this one makes me happy a lot, just because I'm very blessed with all the opportunities that I have, with my dad blessing me with cool stuff. And then, me being able to have the ESP and getting a Julio ball and, pairing it up with a beautiful rookie card. And then got this one, which is fucking beautiful. Can't wait to keep getting more. I'm going to be building the collection with you guys. So as you guys can see, as he's our Ichiro or Griffey. So as long as I can keep stacking these rookie cards before too long, I know I'm right here. Yeah, the pops. Yeah. What's up, baby? I'm right here. I have to work. I'm so sorry. I wish I could pay attention to you.
He came in with a lot of talent. He knows exactly what he's doing back there.
He's perfectly square there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the key. You want to be able to get yourself angled so the ball rebounds off of you and goes right in front.
I love her.
Up the line.
I love you.
And that takes some work.
Yeah, he had to get pins put in or something, because irregular heartbeat type stuff or whatever, and he said it was fucking painful, and just getting on the right medication, and he had a mini stroke that wasn't even really, it was very, very low, but still it was considered a mini stroke just a couple years ago. So obviously he's getting up there, and it's scary, because he's one of my best friends, and it's Griffey and him are my heroes, and I love spending time with him, and yeah, it's just I try to just enjoy as much as I can. And so whenever we start picking up on stuff, maybe sometime between now and next year, hopefully it picks up with, living and donos and everything kind of gets back to normal, lower gas prices and other stuff, that, I can take him to LA. Cause I asked him, I was like, okay, if we go to a game, and I take you front row behind the dugout or whatever, right? Who do you want to see? And he's like, Yankees. So I'm like, okay, because he grew up with that Yankees-Dodger rivalry. And that might end up being the World Series, the Yankees and the Dodgers. That's what I told him. I was like, could have that matchup. But, going to a World Series game would be crazy. But, that would be a lot more than a regular season game. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. What's up? Do you love Dad? Yeah, I love you. I love you. I want to spend every minute of the day just hanging out with you. I don't want to hang out with anybody but you. Paisley. I don't want to hang out with anyone else. No other dog, just you. Not even my friends. I'd rather just hang out with you instead of my friends. I'm spending so much time. I mean, you have a puppy. It's like you want to be like, oh, let's go see Jurassic Park, but then you got the dog, you got the puppy, so you can't like even as a couple or like, you know, it's like you want to go do stuff. Someone's got to be, you know, you have to be able to. It's like a baby. You have to take care and watch. Otherwise, bras get eaten and shit gets fucking destroyed. Socks get eaten. I have to pull socks out of her mouth. Socks and like boxers and underwear, but normally it's like socks. And you got to be careful because like if she swallows that, she could go to the hospital and go to the vet. And one day she puked one up. What's up? It's like the most loving dog and the most like personality out of a dog ever. She just always wants dad. Yeah, but hopefully things get okay. I mean, just have to be able to get on the medication and the right stuff. And my dad's tough, so I just want to be able to spend as much time. But yeah, Yankees and Dodgers, that's the goal. You know what I mean? If I can end up I've taken friends to like Blazers and Ducks and stuff like that. But I mean, to be able to take my dad, you know, to LA, you know, he went to one game back in 50s and 60s. He lived in LA and then Hawaii and then Oregon. And yeah, to be able to go like behind the Dodger first base, behind the, you know, the dugout, you know, see Judge, see Yankees in person, like within the first 10 rows would be incredible. Front row would be great. But I mean, even 10 rows back, 15 rows back, like in foul ball zone where I might have a chance to get a foul ball. That would be awesome. So yeah. And I'm going to be going to the All-Star game in Seattle. So, but I'm not sure. I mean, my Dodgers are going to be there. So it's like, all right, Dad, let's go. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll have to see how much money because it's going to cost a lot. So I know I'm right here. This dog, she wants me to pet her and she licks my hand while I'm streaming. She wants me to just sit here as she licks the hand and kisses. And yeah, I guess this is the life now. Paisley whining, complaining, unless I multitask. You know, she wasn't like this like at this age. She's only, yeah, I know you're licky. I got all your slobber. You slobbered. I know. This is my hand. Oh my gosh, this dog. But ribs were fucking fantastic today. Dad was happy. I was happy. I wanted to keep this card. This thing is sick. But, you know, him being a Dodger fan, he doesn't have anything like that. So I know that was definitely cool. He did show me an autographed hat, but not as cool as this, he said. So then the spread was good. Got leftovers, ate some a little bit. Spread was fantastic. So life is good. Panthers fan in the building. Yes, he is. You can argue maybe in a few more years, top 5, but he needs to get a few more rings. You know, get 5, 6, 7 rings, and definitely. What up, bro? Yeah, dude. Yeah, but yeah, so Griffey, my dad got that, which is awesome, right? And then ended up getting the Fernando Valenzuela for my dad, and then he loved it. And then we had an amazing spread, ribs, you know, pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, onion. You got the, you know, fucking the beans, and you got the fucking ribs and the burgers and the dogs, and you got multiple potato salad, mac salad combo, Coke and fucking Barks root beer and multiple chips and cheesecake. It was good. And then I just started taking pictures of the man cave, and, you know, obviously, so you can see like when we met Koufax, and then the autograph. And he has so much stuff, you know, that it's one of the biggest collections, best collections, like really for Dodgers in Oregon. It's massive. And then, you know, just collectibles and just amazing things, baseballs, all autographed, mugs, and then more autograph photos, and then more autograph photos, and then more autograph photos, more autograph photos. How about some more? and some more. And then a couple unique pieces with the Jackie when they won the World Series. You know, you got to have little carpet things to make sure that you're repping your team. Hey, that's what we do. And then my dad found this batting helmet I had when I was 8, 32 years old, 1990. And obviously it takes after when I ended up meeting Ken Griffey Jr., and he's wearing the same one. Yo boy, yo boy, yo boy, yo boy. Yeah, life is good. Life is good. Panthers fan. Got to start Matt Corral. I can't live with Darnold. Well, it's not necessarily Darnold, but I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? But it's about offensive line. If CMC's healthy, wide receivers, tight end, how productive, defense. You haven't really had a complete team, and CMC's been hurt a lot. So if CMC's healthy, I mean, your guys could be in a playoff push or a playoff hunt. You know what I mean? If CMC stays healthy and he's the best running back in the NFL, number one, you could probably get to 10 wins with Darnold if he's playing like that. See what I'm saying? So even though you have holes and they're, the Panthers aren't that far behind. Seems like they're ahead of the Falcons in the pecking order, like Bucks, Saints, Panthers, Falcons. But, you just need guys to be healthy. Yeah. The poppies. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would want to go Baker Mayfield there. Yeah, I don't know where he's going to land.
Lay down, relax. Take power earlier into the day and later into the evening. With the performance and durability you need to get the job done. It's a new era.
And then is tomorrow the holiday? Is it the Juneteenth? Is that what's going on? Anyone in the room? Are you familiar with that? So I know some people are off work tomorrow. Have you heard about any like that? I heard it on the radio, and I know some people have been talking about it.
If we weren't proud of the craftsmanship and level of detail that go into every pair of Warby Parker glasses, well, we probably wouldn't show you how they're made, including this part, which is our favorite. Wow. And this is also great. For every pair of glasses or sunglasses sold, a pair of glasses is distributed to someone in need. Try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
Every day is Taco Tuesday at Abby's. Our taco especial is on sale 7 days a week. Loaded with beef or chicken, onions, olives, tomatoes, cheddar cheese, and lettuce. It's a pizza you won't forget. Dine in or order online for takeout or delivery right to your door.
This Father's Day, join Major League Baseball in the fight against prostate cancer by supporting the Home Run Challenge. Visit MLBcommunity.org to learn more. As a prostate cancer survivor, I say hooray to that and support that cause.
It is near and dear to you, obviously, Dave.
Indeed. I am, matter of fact,
How many years has it been now?
yes, 6.5 years ago on the 15th of this month, just a few days ago. A generation or two ago. I don't think I'd be saying that. Makes it by Taylor Ward. Top the order here for the Angels. He's got 2 hits. He's got both hits here today.
Yeah, so far, Taylor Ward has been the one angel to solve the Logan Gilbert mystery.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, sometimes I'll start a little early. I'll do like 5 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I mean, I usually go for 4 to 8 hours. So it just depends on what's going on. My girlfriend works in here until 4. So the earliest I can really get in here is normally around 5. But I mean, to stream from 5 p.m. to midnight every day. I mean, no one else is doing that. So, I mean, I got to be able to sometimes do like a 7:30. And then other times I'll do 5 or 6. So, but good that you're in the room. Hopefully things are going well for you, bro. But my life is good, dude. Life is good. And I'm going to get a little bit of a little cheesecake. Got the ribs. So obviously, I'm going to take care of the different cravings. And yeah, I'm good to go. Yeah, and I was just thinking about this thing for the last like couple weeks too. Like, where is this thing? And my dad found it. So, like I said, I got that when I was like 7, 8 years old, like first grade, second grade. Pretty sweet. Oh, geez. So do you still have the same car? Is it in the body shop? Did it get totaled? Is that the car that you were in when he T-boned you? And like, is it in the shop? Is it fully totaled? Or are you getting it worked on? I'm glad you're safe, dude. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I hope you're okay. Yeah, but come in anytime, dude. Like I said, I'm streaming almost like literally every day. You want to talk fucking NFL? You want to talk Bucks and Panthers or Panther anything? Come hang out, dude. You know, I like talking to people that have football knowledge and want to talk football, and I can give them my point of view, and we can just talk about, you know, what we think about the team going into the season. A non-biased opinion, not a super Panther fan, you know, someone that's on the outside looking in that'll be honest with you, you know, with everything, with no bias, you know. Yeah. Said it was total 2003 Mustang, and then you stepped up and you got you a 2014. So you got a 11-year upgrade. Wow. If I had to choose one theme song in WWE, what would you choose to walk out to? New World Order, NWO, either that or the Wolfpack. Because when you're NWO, dude, you're NWO for life, dude. It's all about new world order. You can do the Hollywood Hogan, you can do the black and white, which is so iconic. That definitely would be, because I'm NWO, dude. I still rock the gear, just like the people that did in the 90s, dude. The shit was like a cult following. You see like these shows like Stranger Things and Game of Thrones. Wrestling in the 90s was like that, but even like on a higher note, because all the legends were alive still. And they were wrestling in a high level still. They weren't old grandpas. They were still like 30, 40. You know, they weren't old yet. And it was fucking awesome. It was just fucking incredible. I'll bite that. But when you're NWO, you're NWO for life, brother. Oh, yeah. Paisley's NWO. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, Diesel, Kevin Nash, NWO for life. Roman, Kurt Angle, the you suck, you suck, you suck. Yeah, Kurt Angle is dope. And a lot of people, you know, depends if you liked him or not. I actually own a rare Kurt Angle wrestling figure that's got a belt. It's a WWF like attitude, you know, old school figure of Kurt Angle, and it's still in the box too. Got it at a card shop years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to buy this Kurt Angle. Like, I'm never gonna see a Kurt Angle like in the wild, just, you know, unless you're on like a garage sale and they just so happen to have a Kurt Angle. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got Kurt Angle and The Rock from that series. The card shop had them, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy these. And I was like, I'm not going to just buy The Rock and leave Kurt Angle there. I was like, yeah, if they're not asking too much for it, you know, if I can get the Kurt Angle for maybe $20 or less, all right, I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy that. The whole train, The Godfather. My wrestling knowledge is just as good as my NFL. And I'm not even joking. Like, my NFL, my wrestling, they're at the very, very top for sure. I'll give you a Kurt Angle photo because you like him so much. I actually don't mind him. And he was actually a wrestler in college, you know, like just like Brock Lesnar and a few of these other guys. Oh, this is a cool fucking. Oh, I got a really cool one. Some artwork.
Trout won. What a battle that was. The 10th pitch. 0-2, Ohtani. Hits it on
Ohtani.
Julio pretty much. For an out.
Shit. You know, I'm going to give you the best of the best. That's a fire one, man.
We check in for a word from the
So you ask and you shall receive. See, that's what makes a stream. You know, that's why I want people to come in. It's like if you can donate, cool. But if not, just come and talk, bring up topics, so that way we can keep the show moving with fresh new pictures. You know, it's like all you got to do is just ask questions or make comments about whatever the fuck you want, and it leads to the stream being better. You know what I mean? Unless you just want to see me watch sports and eat food and take gummies and drink beer, which I imagine some do, but you know. Gangrel, absolutely, dude. The Brood. What you know about the Brood, Panthers fan? What you know about Edge Christian and Gangrel? The Brood. Fleer Mystique box for close to 500. I guess they're going for around 5K on eBay. Does he still have it? Yeah, I mean, I went to 2 card shops today, or a couple days ago, to get my dad's gift, and they're really the only 2 card shops that are the oldest card shop in Oregon. That's where I got the Fernando. So, and then the newest one, Hoodies, has had some pretty big pulls. We've been on the news a couple times. Like there was a guy that pulled I don't know if it was like a Ben Simmons, like 1-of-1 gold platinum card, and it ended up being worth like 100,000 because I think it ended up being like a 1-of-1, and it was like a PSA 9 or 10. So they've had some crazy pulls, even though Ben Simmons is like nothing now, and the guy probably should have sold it back then. But I think it was worth somewhere between 10 grand and 100 grand, depending on the grade and if they did PSA or BGS. Because if you get BGS 9.5, that's higher rated than a PSA 10. It's worth more. And then the PSA 9s are very coveted too, like PSA 9, PSA 10s, and then BGS 9.5s and BGS 9s. And unless you get the pristine, if you get a 10 on BGS, then Jesus, I mean, you're a rich person. So.
It's a sharp one. She's tied to the hitting area. It's down by his A. And a really good curveball there from Logan Gilbert.
Who are you talking about? Vince McMahon? His theme? Is that what you're talking about? About 100 to 130 is usually what they go for on the active market, like eBay and stuff like that, because they have other Fernando Valenzuelas that have a picture, autograph, not serial numbered, and no patch. They're going for about 100, depending on the set. This one is 15 out of 15. Not all of them are in circulation. I think about half of them are, so about 7 or 8. And then this one's got the dual color patch, which makes it be a little bit more valuable. People will pay an extra 10, 20, 30 if the patch is multicolored just because of that feature. It's one of the letters off his name or Dodgers. You can't really tell, but it's either Valenzuela or Los Angeles or Dodgers, because it's obviously they cut up one jersey and then they made 15 cards out of it that he gave them that was actually game used. And then the serial number, the lower the serial number, the more it's worth. If you have something that's 1-of-1, you're rich as a motherfucker. Even if it's like a no-name jobber. I've seen guys at card shops pull 1-of-1s of some like rookie baseball prospect. He probably will be just dog shit, and they sell it for like $1,400 because it's a 1-of-1. You know what I mean? And there's like potential there, but it's just a rare card. Even if the guy blows, like you could have some money there because it's so rare. It's just one of them. You know what I mean? So you can do, 1-of-1s, 5s, 10s, 15s, 25s or less, even 100. But obviously, the higher you go, the less it's going to be worth because there's more copies, obviously. And this one's like Gem Mint 10. There's nothing wrong. And they're usually pretty thick cards. It's not a thin card. It's a thick card. 2, 3, 4 cards put together because of the jersey piece is a big piece in there. They're very cool, man. I did. I hope everything went well for you as well. I don't know if you worked or not. Top 13. Nice. See, I like new things. You guys are talking about Ron's coin. Is that like a coin? Ron's Coin and Antique. Is that like a place where in Washington where you guys can buy shit there? Because we only have the sports room and then we have Hoodies. Hoodies is by the mall. And then the other one, the sports room, that one has been there since I was like the 80s. You know what I mean? Like most card shops didn't make it because they weren't making enough money. But as long as you have an eBay store or an online store and you have enough of a following, you know, you can still make money. And now boxes cost more. So these guys are in business. And before, people were buying boxes for $50 to $150. Now, you know, some packs are $150. Like one pack is $150 with 5 cards in it. And you're praying you get an autograph or a jersey card. Like, you know, some people are having to pay these big football, baseball, basketball. They're all the same. It just depends on the brand that you're buying. Anyone that's been in a card shop lately, that's the game now. And Preston, my boy, one of my best friends, he's in it. He was really hardcore back when I was a kid too. And then he picked it back up now. So at least that's better than wasting money on booze or other things. You know what I mean? And gambling, you got to be careful with that. But I guess when you buy cards, it's a form of gambling. You know, but I'd rather have him buy cards and, you know, test your luck to try to get some, you know, amazing, you know, piece, some autograph, you know, jersey piece or triple autograph, whatever. But, you know, if you gamble and you lose, I mean, one bad bet, if you're down 1,000, I mean, even if you're not really rich, I mean, you can't get yourself too much of in a hole. I know you got to bet big to win big, but if you know people that bet like 100, 500, 1,000, I mean, those are big bets. I don't give a shit who you are, you know? It's a card shop. It's awesome. Where is it at? I'd love to go. I love card shops, man. Road trip. Maybe one day, like when I can, you know, have enough money and stuff, you know, and I can have like a film crew and have someone just, you know, like a GoPro, or we could just go and I could just the road trip to go to the card shops in Washington and Oregon and California. That would be awesome. And then I could like do box breaks there or whatever. And I could shout them out and get them some more pub online and make them some money in business. But I think that would be really cool because I've always wanted to do box breaks and card breaks here on the channel. I know some people like that stuff. You know, a lot of people like Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be opposed to, I mean, I don't really buy them, but I mean, if I ended up being pretty comfortable and well off with my money, yeah, I would probably buy a box and just do a box break on here and see if we can get some, you know, rare Charizard or Pikachu, you know, something that could be worth like a couple hundred. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's value, right? Anything that you can just get that you can hustle and you can flip it, or it's going to be something you want to hang on to. And it'll be worth more money down the road. So. Oh, yeah. I love going to play. I mean, I got one place that's 15 minutes and the other place is 30. So it takes a little while to go, but at least I have both within 30 minutes of me, which is good. Nice. Nice. You just need to know what to look for sure. Yeah. I mean, I'll show you. Like, I mean, I obviously you've seen the Jordan rookie, and I mean, I've been collecting since the 80s. So the card game has evolved, just like video games and the internet and everything. Like things are different. But I think that could be another, you know, fan base besides NASCAR that we could get into. But you know, I have to have money to do it. You know, and then you know, if we end up auctioning off, you know, spaces or something, you know, where you know people want to pay like $5 for a pack or whatever, you know, or whatever cards I get. And, you know, maybe we can do like some giveaways and stuff like that. Cause I wouldn't have to obviously keep everything I get, but just the thrill of trying to find, you know, some amazing, you know, $1,000 card or something, or that huge $100 pull or more. But I gotta have money for it. But a lot of these cards now are just crazy, but I'm a big fan. Preston would come at some point cause he's a big fan of that shit too. And, not everyone is into it. It's like a lot of the people that were hardcore back then in the 80s and 90s, they quit or they bought less. And it was just like, they didn't, you know, really dive into the market. But now within the last 3-4 years, it's come back and it's a hot again, but they just cost a lot. Packs are like $20, $50, $100 boxes. Instead of being like 200 or less, it's like a 500 or 1,000, like 1,200 for a box isn't insane. Like just depending on how many, you know, you have an opportunity to get, you know, X amount autographs and jersey cards guaranteed. But when you end up getting these boxes, you're going to get like bullshit shit players. So yeah, you're going to get an autograph, but it's going to be by fucking, you know, Joe Schmo, you know, get a jersey card of Joe Schmo. And you're like, fuck, I just spent $1,200 and I got like $100, probably $50 worth of cards. Like that would be rough, you know, like getting only like a little bit back after spending that much, you know, hoping you're going to get that. That's why I usually buy rookie cards and I buy the stuff individually that I like, just because, I mean, the thrill of the hunt, you'll never forget it. And it has, you know, but the cost to be able to do that it's a lot. So sometimes just buying individual rookie cards is what I do. I usually try to find like individual rookie cards or jersey pieces or autos instead of just spending like, you know, $100 on a box, I'm going to get a $100 card. And at least I know that that is going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like you could get something out of a box, but chances are, I mean, I've been through this game for, 35 years. I know how it kind of works. So
He's used that inside corner effectively. Doesn't throw hard, but when you throw it in there and you throw it in off the plate, it's tough to lay off and tough to square up at the same time.
small shop. Sounds awesome. Yeah, box breaks would be fun. I think we'd get a whole brand new vibe because I know there's people that, do the sport card thing, but they don't really watch sports that much. They just do it for the gambling part. You know what I mean? So, and also you get hardcore people that watch all the sports and they also love the sport card collecting because they did when they were a kid. And some people are just getting into it now because they see the money potential, but you're also going to lose a lot. You have to understand that if you're going to spend money, you're going to lose, like gambling at the casino. You're going to lose more than you're going to win unless you end up getting that, you're just reaching for that gem piece, so. I know what it is. Usually they're not that much. I mean, I would assume they're around the $10 to $20 range because that's kind of what they were. If you end up having one graded, then it can go up in value, but it's not worth like hundreds of dollars. But I've seen them. I've had it before. But usually I think around the $10 to $20 range was kind of where it was normally sitting. It may have gone up in value since the last time I checked, which is very possible, but if it's not a rookie card or an autograph or a second or third year Jordan, it's like first year Jordan, I had that one, PSA 9, 25, 30,000 now. But if it's like, in a card holder, I mean, you're probably looking at, it just depends on the value of if it's an 8 or a 9 or a 10, but it definitely goes down until you get it graded because, you have to have that professionally done. Second year cards usually run about 100, just like near mint 8. A little 100, 125, and then the third year card, 88 Fleers up $50, and then the Pippen rookie cards in there in that same set, an 88 Fleer, $25. I mean, $30, and even unless you get the PSA 9s and the 10s, but usually cards that are in decent shape are near mint 8. So the ones that you get out of the pack normally are just near mint 8. But then if you get that special one, you could maybe get a 9 or a 10 if it's just like super crisp. And centering and then the surface and the edges and the borders, everything has to be money for it to be worth more. So
This is his location, more middle of the plate. Gino with a great hack on the straight back.
nice. That's awesome.
Again, the 3-2 pitch. Boy, he pulled the string there. First strikeout. 1 out.
Yeah, you guys are close to each other. That's cool, man. I'm trying to get more Northwest people on here, whether it be Seahawks or Mariners or Blazers or Ducks or Beavers or UW or Washington State, and try to do some more Dodger games, get some Dodger people and stuff. We just got to keep growing the fan base. But it's always cool when you can get people that live kind of close to me. A lot of the people on the channel, they're far away. They're like in the Midwest or East Coast or Florida, New York. So when you get more people in like Oregon and Washington, it's dope. I mean, Cali's not that far either, but California, Oregon, Washington, the West Coast vibe, it's always cool to grow that. To kind of let everyone know how we do it over here, as far as like our teams and how we rep. It's a little bit, I mean, everyone's got their own style, Midwest style, East Coast, South style, but for us in the Northwest or in just the West Coast, we have a different kind of swag and vibe about us out here. Plus, it's the best place to live because you get the breweries, the wineries, the dispensaries. I mean, you don't have it like that anywhere else, especially the quality on top of that. And it's kind of laid back. So nice. The zoo is fun. That's a fun place to go. A lot of people, even myself, I'll go for sure. Elephant ears. And I mean, I'm a big animal guy too. I'm always watching Animal Planet or National Geographic and, fish programs and Planet Earth with David Attenborough, like on the BBC and all those other ones and stuff with National Geographic, History, Discovery, all that stuff. So yeah, I like that stuff, but the zoo's fun for sure. I like aquariums more because I like water life more. Water stuff is cool to me. Like, the different fish and shark stuff and just the different sea life and stuff. I like coastal aquariums are dope. 91 Upper Deck. The only problem is with those kind of cards, anyone that grew up in that era, everything is mass produced. So anything that's from like 89 to probably 94 really mass produced, and it really lowered the value, of a lot of the cards in those years, like 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 90. I mean, it didn't really even start recovering until maybe like 95, and it started getting up there again. But like that little 89 to 94, a lot of that shit is not worth a whole lot. I know because I have some. You know what I mean? I know because I grew up in that era, and I know what I have. And I mean, I had the box sets, I had boxes sealed, and boxes and packs that I've opened, Skybox and stuff that debuted that was super cool. But just unfortunately, a lot of the stuff is just not worth a lot. I mean, you'll get some dollar cards, $2, $5, and $10 rookie cards and stuff, but you're not getting that stuff that's like $20 or more. You're just not getting that from those things unless you get like the rare Skybox Clyde Drexler Olympic card that was super rare, and then you or a redemption card. You know what I mean? Back when you could send it in and get the Shaq redemption with that's worth something. Stadium Club, Beam Team, the insert for Beam Team Stadium Club, the Jordan and the Shaq were super valuable. The Shaq was like, that was like when he was a rookie and Stadium Club was just coming out. That shit, the Shaq phase, that shit was going for hundreds. And then the Jordan usually was going for like 50 to 125. And that was back when I was a kid. So yeah, cards are awesome, dude. Box breaks will be a fun thing to do for sure. Yeah, I like the Coastal Aquarium. We got one in Newport, a small one where you can feed the seals, but the one in Newport, and then there was another one. Where was it? Newport Coastal Aquarium is a good one. And then there's another one that we went to. Gosh, I can't remember where it was. Oh, Broken Bat. Yeah, but I like going to that those because they have like Ripley's, believe it or not. Then I get to eat the seafood, I get to eat the shrimp and breaded shrimp, and then with the sweet and sour and the chili sauce, and then you can do the lobster tail or like a clam chowder bread bowl. They got dispensaries everywhere and the beach, and it's just like living your best life. Put your toes in the sand, listen to fucking the waves, eat good food, fucking see some cool animals, awesome shops. They got like Polo Outlet and shit out there, like little outlet malls. It's fun, man. So, well, it just depends on who you're with and if you like animals. You know what I mean? It's not going to be something you're going to do every day. You know what I mean? But it's like see a bad movie in the theater or go to the zoo. Zoo can be fun, especially if you have a good one. And it also depends if you like animals or not. If you don't give a shit about animals, then you're not going to go. Okay. $34 to get to a hundo. Let's do it. Yeah, I know because I've looked up the values. I get people that ask me questions about cards because they know I'm very knowledgeable about cards and sports and wrestling, and I don't lie to them. I have these. I mean, they're in my house or at my mom's house, or it's like I have a lot of these things that I wish that were worth a lot of money, but unfortunately, if you just buy a Beckett and you look it up, these things that you think that are worth $50 and $75 and $100, if they're in that group, they're not. And I got to try to tell people, it's like, I'm not trying to rip you off because I don't even want your stuff. I'm just being honest. Like the shit ain't worth. You go to a card shop, right? And the shit is worth like $50. What do you think they're going to give you? 15 or 20. I mean, they're going to lowball you, and they don't want that shit. They're going to be, looking at all the new shit that's out. They could give two shits less of stuff back then because it was mass produced, unless you have like that, special card. And even if you had like a Shaquille O'Neal redemption or a Beam Team Shaq or Jordan, it's not. People are like looking in the future with all the different card companies now. You're not really getting a lot of sales off the old stuff. Old vintage stuff is cool, but a lot of the stuff that's in the card market right now is the new, whatever the new thing is to get that new, rookie card that's worth a shitload of money. You know what I mean? So, but we got 22 minutes to go to 3 hours, and then we'll see, who's in the room, and then hopefully we can get to at least a hundo, and then I'll end up spending time with Paisley and hang out. But in the meantime, I mean, it's 9:38. I could end up going until midnight if need be. But obviously, if we get a little dono train going, that would help, because obviously I don't want to be streaming for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. You definitely want to be compensated if you're going to be doing a long stream. So we'll see where it goes. We'll play it by ear. Mariners, tough. All right, I'm gonna get another beer.
Up in the weak corner of the strike zone.
Riley got that one right. 3-2 pitch. An 80-mile-an-hour slider on his hands.
Yeah, that was a backup slider. And all Jesse can do is just get a piece of it to foul it off. That pitch was meant to be down and away, and it just kind of backed up on Rosenberg. Any hitter will tell you that's a really tough pitch. That slider that backs up just jams you.
2 outs, runners at second and third. Mariners down 2-0. Payoff here to Winker. All 4. Third walk by Rosenberg. It sets up a dramatic moment. All games don't have to be decided in the 9th inning. They want to cash in right here in the 4th.
Yeah, Max Stassi out to talk to Mr. Rosenberg along with the pitching coach Matt Wise, and they're just going to go over the game plan here with Cal Raleigh, who's been hot for the Mariners, Dave, in the month of June. Leads the Mariners with an OPS of 866, so he has really picked up his game with the bat in his hand, and it's a big opportunity for him here to give the Mariners a big boost.
Could use it. 6 men to the plate. Winker's aboard at first, his 42nd walk taps in the American League. Attack Francis at third, he led up with a free pass after Suarez strike out a base hit by Crawford. So JP has moved up to 7. He's already 7. And a ground ball by Bill Moore. Now 2 out. Bases loaded. And Cal Raleigh popped out to short. Great opportunity here for the Mariners. That's a good job to keep it in front. Ball 1.
Tries to start him out with a curveball, just to try to steal a strike from Cal. He to take that pitch, but he buries it instead of bringing it into the strike zone. So puts Cal in a good position here at a 1-0 count.
Here we are on the 19th of June. Still no grand slams for the Mariners so far this season. 0-0.
Good cut on a changeup, fouls it back. Rosenberg has pretty good location with that pitch down at the bottom of the zone. So far has gone soft with Cal early in the at-bat.
Looking for something big here. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Backhand by Velasquez. Steps into the throw. Getting over 3 stranded. We go top 5. 2-0 Angels.
All right, I'm Beard back. Beard dog. I'm gonna keep grinding. Hopefully we'll get some goats to come in and hang out for a little bit. And hope everyone had a great Father's Day. I got some great pictures for anyone that's new hopping in the stream to kind of go over. But yeah, things were awesome. My dad found my Mariners batting helmet from 1990. Incredible. My dad found my PS1 and Crash Bandicoot in some games. So that was cool, even though I don't really have time to play. And yeah, it was a good time. Nexus.
I didn't just lose my pride and joy. I could no longer afford the new stove.
Yeah, Kobe rookies are good. 96. 95 was Kevin Garnett, like Flair and Finest. The Finest series and the Flair, those were cool. You know, then they had like the little plastic that went over the card. If you have a lot of the Kobe stuff, that's a great year to start collecting. 95, 96, if you started then. I still like, you know, the Shaq stuff in 92 and, you know, David Robinson in 89 and Jordan stuff in 86, 87, 88. But yeah, if you started around 95, 96 around Garnett, Kobe, yeah, I got some Tim Duncan die cuts. I mean, I got a lot of rookies of a lot of people, but yeah, Kobe's is always going to be worth money. Kobe is money, like 100%. I'll throw a Kobe photo up. I mean, I'm a Blazer fan, and I hated him for the longest time because he was just so good. But once he retired, and you can reflect on his career, I mean, he is better than LeBron. I mean, it's Mamba mentality, the most clutch athlete I've ever seen, except for Jordan. I mean, that's just facts.
4 strikeouts for a low.
They could single-handedly take over a basketball game, both those players. I mean, LeBron can too, but he doesn't have the same Mamba mentality. It's not like Kobe or Jordan. It's just not. I'm sorry.
We see 97 with that heater. He's mixing his changeup and his curveball a little bit more today, and used his slider effectively as well. Just the one blemish, like you mentioned, to Mike Trout, and Taylor Ward at the top of the order has given him trouble as well.
Going by Mark McLemore. Joining us here in the booth, ground ball.
Mike Trout is. LeBron is a Raptor. Yeah, true. True. Dan Wilson.
Thanks, man. You too. Thank you. Great to have you back in Seattle. And this broadcast career is going pretty well, huh? 18 years, you told me? 18 years, man. Can you believe it? No, I don't. Almost as long as I played. It's just gone by so quickly. It's just almost unreal. But it's been fun for me doing it. Valley Sports has been really great to work with. They work with my schedule and, just allow me a lot of freedom to do different things, change the schedule, come here and hang out with you guys for the weekend. So it's been great. The people I work with, just fabulous. Couldn't ask for better. What's the thing you like most about doing the wraparound pre and post? The game itself. It's definitely changed from when we played, but it's still just a little bit. Now we'll start playing on the football field. That's going to be an issue. But just the game, the competition, watching those guys go out there and do it, and then sometimes just not realizing, hey, I used to do that. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Well, Mac, my memories of you obviously are you were a guy who carried a lot of gloves with you. I mean, you played.
I know.
When you were here in Seattle, played just about every position. Although you didn't take.
I watched them all. I was so excited and thrilled seeing him go yard and put them up 4-2, and then that fucking Angels guy with the Trout jersey caught it. And I knew right there. I mean, he already had 50 homers plus. Now he's at like 53, 54. I mean, I told my dad, this is the living Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays. I mean, this is the best baseball player. I mean, Bryce Harper was pretty good for a little bit, but this is, Aaron Judge is good, and you got all these other guys, but they're not Mike Trout, though. He is by far the most consistent, baseball player, period. And he hasn't had too many injuries besides like last year a little bit. So it's, it's nice to see him being healthy. Yeah, he's a stud. His stuff is worth a lot of money. To collect Mike Trout rookie cards would be a smart thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's always going to hold value. It's never going to go down. It's always going to be, he's going to keep getting better and better. And then the cards are going to be worth more and more. So it's like Tom Brady rookie cards if you would have invested in those at the right time. Night, brother. Have a good night, dude. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to keep grinding it out. So have a good one. Have a good day at work tomorrow, bro. How do we have Logan Gilbert and we lose? Our best pitcher and we can't even get any fucking runs. Come on. (2-0) Angels. Yeah. I just want to see some wins. It's just tough, when you keep losing over and over and over again and whatnot. So, yeah, but I had some ribs and that was good. So I got that craving out of there and, got some leftovers that, I was able to take home. So that's good. I wanted burgers though, but my stepsister's daughter wanted some of those. So I was like, oh shit, I would have loved to have a burger to take home, but I had at least one, but didn't get any hot dogs to take home, but got a lot of the other stuff because I wanted to use these pickles and tomatoes and lettuce and onion. I wanted to be able to make some massive burgers, but maybe I'll make my own maybe tomorrow or something. Yeah, but it was a good time. My dad, he loved the card, so that's the main thing. All right, we got 12 minutes until we go to 3 hours, and I'll keep grinding it out. Maybe we'll see who shows up, and I'll just kind of play it by ear. And as long as there's people in the room, you want to hang out, then once we get to a certain point, then I'll eat and then probably hang out with Paisley and whatnot. But in the meantime, I'm gonna keep grinding and keep hustling. And if anyone wants to talk about anything sport related, wrestling related, food related, Father's Day related, sports cards related, whatever, music related, just speak. You know, you want to talk about something, put it in the chat. You want to see a picture of something as a topic, you know. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep watching this Mariners. Watch the Mariners get their ass kicked, drink beer. Sunday night, just vibing. And obviously mental health is big. We're going into Monday. Should be good. I'm excited. Start the new week. God, Corona is so good when it's cold with a lime. Like just right there. Oh, they got Dan Wilson and Mark McLemore. Played with the Mariners for 2000 and 2003, 4 years. He was good in the outfield. And he's been doing a lot of broadcasting. Oh, I said, like Kyle Lewis, we miss him. Haniger, we miss him. I mean, it's like there's so many guys that are hurt. It's like I'd love to be able to see the Mariners get some dubs. And then Dodgers, they got injuries, but their bats are there. But usually it's like either the bats are there and the pitching's not, or the pitching's there and the hitting isn't. And that's usually the case. Pitching has been pretty good, but then for whatever reason, I mean, but Mookie's out of the lineup now. So when Mookie Betts is out of the lineup, the Dodgers are not the same team. So, and I don't know, he's got a cracked rib. So I don't like the sound of that from Dave Roberts. So I'm hoping that as soon as Mookie comes back, Dodgers are going to get hot, but I don't know when he'll be back though. He's one of my favorite players for sure. Without Mookie, there was no World Series in 2020 for Dodgers. Bellinger was good the year before, but Mookie's Mookie. You saw what he did with the Red Sox. You saw what he did with obviously the Dodgers. Yeah, he's really special. Top 5 player in baseball when healthy.
So it was just surprising. And just knowing all of the history, a lot of the things that we weren't taught in school, how much significance they hold. Parts of American history, absolutely. Come on, it was 2.5 years after the Emancipation was signed, and folks down in the Galveston area, that must have been unbelievable news to find that out. There's the flag ball, Trout's under it. Tagging is up there. He's not everywhere. To be here and have this discussion, to get this out.
Might be time for another gummy. Maybe. Might be time. Yeah, but we'll see what happens. We got tomorrow. We got the Stanley Cup, I believe, is tomorrow. Then there'll be a few baseball games on tomorrow as well. And then Monday Night Raw. So, was it Brewers and Cardinals are on? That'll be on prime time, like around 4 or 5. So I'll watch that. And then they got the Stanley Cup. I think both things are on 5 o'clock. So, and we'll see the Avalanche versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay will be at home, so it's a must-win game for them. So you're either going to see Tampa bounce back and have an amazing game and win, or the Avalanche will beat their ass and then we might get a sweep. But I would assume Tampa Bay will win because it's a must. Backs against the wall. Julio, 267, 8 homers, and 30 ribbies. Love me some Julio. My favorite player since Ichiro. Love him. Love him. Love him. I need to get another rookie card now. It's like you get the bug and you want to get more and more and more. Yeah. Getting a Julio autograph or jersey piece card would be killer, but they're super expensive.
Always good to see this dude right here, man.
Always great to see it. I'll be in Texas as well, so I'm really looking forward to it. What, at the ballpark, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm curious your take on it. So you have to show me around.
I'll give you a tour, brother. Anytime. All right, Macklemore. Pleasure as always, man. We'll see you soon. Be well. Thanks for joining us.
Dave Sims. They had Harold Reynolds on the last one, which was pretty cool. I like it when they have these like former players in the booth. It's awesome. All right, we got, let's see here. 6 more minutes until we get to 3 hours. And then, like I said, we'll see who's vibing and who's in the room and whatnot. And then, if I decide to end it, I might end it in the 3 hour mark, but I might go into the 4 hour mark. I mean, I'm still trying to grind and hustle. Maybe do one more hour, possibly get to 4 hours. 3 usually at the very least, but sometimes goats don't show up until the 3rd, 4th, 5th hour. So, but yeah, life is good. Life is good. Gifts are good. Pops is happy. Yeah, it was a good time.
Michelin, motion for life.
The Toyota 2022 summer classics have arrived. Featuring Long Wire 225.
All right, what do I want to watch now?
July 7th. Jeff Foxworthy, July 29th. Greg Young, August 5th. Daughtry,
I'm either going to watch
Cool in the Gang, August 26th. Tickets are on sale now. Find all the details online at ToledoCasino.com. Summer is here, and Washington Energy's both are.
So I'm either going to end up watching something I have on the DVR, but I'll probably just finish up this Mariners game, even though I watched the Dodgers game with my dad. So just to get a little bit of sense of what happened and why they've been playing so shitty. So I'll probably go. I mean, we can go for another 5 minutes, but definitely trying to hit our goal with the people in the room and the donos and whatnot. So I could possibly go for another hour. We'll see. I'm kind of playing it by ear.
For more of the best coverage in the game, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Cloudy, they've been very comfortable as the Mariners mounted a threat here in the finale, the Homestead finale and the series finale with the Angels. Good to see Mark McLemore will be such a big part of your ball club's back in the day. As we take a look at Rosenberg's line.
4 2/3 inning, just gave up the 2 hits. 3 walks for the Mariners today. They weren't able to capitalize as of yet. And 1 strikeout, 71 pitches for Rosenberg. We mentioned he was just called up prior to the game. Has made 7 starts down in Salt Lake, but a quick hook here from Phil Nevin. And he will just pitch the 4 2/3. Justin Upton down at third base with 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
Here's Quijada again. Jose Quijada.
Yeah, this is his 9th appearance on the season, a 1.17 ERA. Opponent's only hitting 115. And he's got a good fastball, 95 mile an hour on an average. He'll mix in a change and slider, but it's primarily that fastball that he'll come at the Mariner hitters with. And he's got a tough one to Ty France with his 2 outs here in the 5th.
Saturday in Game 1, he pitched the home 10th after Trout hit a 2-run homer to put the Angels up 4-2. He came in, Quijada did, and went 1-2-3 in the 10th. That's a fire alarm. There's no ring when he's moving it. Hopefully, just somebody accidentally bumped into it. 2 outs, runner at second. I don't know if that's a soundtrack you want as a hitter. What the heck?
Hell's going on here? No alarms are going off in Seattle at the game.
Mark McLemore played just about every position. Did it well and did it very, very well. Swung the back right. Was just such a great leadership presence in the clubhouse, and really appreciated the way he went about the game. Learned a lot from him.
Oh my God, what the heck is going on? That's crazy. All right, we got Simpsons, Wicked Tuna, Pawn Stars, King of the Hill. I usually will wait to watch Wicked Tuna till later, but maybe I'll watch it. All right, we got a minute and 10 seconds until we get to 3 hours, and then I'll just keep chilling, and then we might end up getting some goats in the room, and I'm just gonna chill. People want to have conversations. Otherwise, I'll just drink beer and eat food and take gummies and watch TV. Maybe eat some ribs, and then we'll see where we go.
Though both Pinwheel and Moonshine caught fish, they failed to shake up the leaderboard. On this episode, we're on. I got a shot coming? With the quota filling up fast. Big boy! Woo! Another big fish for sure. Paul is desperate to get back in the game.
We're not seeing anything down the sun yet.
He's missing out on a lot of fishing. But with time running out, I'm just hoping a fish comes through here.
There's not too much time left.
He can't do it alone.
What's happening? Thank you for coming.
Oh, there he is. Come on! As the battle for the top spot kicks into high gear.
Looking for number 13.
We got a good shot to win this thing this year. Will Captain Paul be able to salvage his season?
Paul's got a new mate. It'll work out for him, I hope.
Oh, broke the hook.
Before it's too late.
I know he usually comes on strong at the end, but
You better really come on strong again. This is
Keep him tight.
Got him on.
The right one, man.
I love the excitement.
Wicked Tuna.
New boat, new attitude, new guy.
With the quotas starting to fill up, time flies, holds a nearly $9,000 lead on the fleet, with .com and hard merchandise rounding out the top three. Meanwhile, after losing significant time on the water, the Wicked Pissa sits way behind the pack, with only one fish to its name.
I'm steaming out. I'm by myself today. The weather's nice. And there's fish around, so I'm going to try to go out and get one. I'm going to see if I still got it. I've been off the water for weeks since the incident with Duck.
You disrespect me? I disrespect you. You ain't no captain.
I needed that time to reflect and figure out how to best move forward. There has been way too much negativity around me for way too long, and I am committed to make that a thing of the past. There's no justification for Dougie to get physical with me, but this mess has really put things in perspective. I like this spot. This is a good spot. I'm looking forward to proving to every single one of these guys that I have changed as a captain. But in the meantime, I need to be out on the water making money. This is where I've seen people struggle and get hurt. The problem is fishing alone can be very dangerous. And it's a lot of work. But I have sunk so much money into this new boat. And the quota is filling up very fast, so I have got to try. And I'm going to take this and bring it up the bow and loop it around the cleat so it turns us around. I'm going to be really careful up here, because if I was to fall in or slip, there is nobody in here to save me. Yeah, and I go in this door, so I don't have to climb around it again. That's it. Now we go tuna fishing.
We need one bad today, Nick. Oh, yeah. This has been a hell of a season for the time flies. But if we want to keep our lead here as the quota fills up, we can't get complacent. Look at Bliss. Oh, is the whale? It looks like he's coming together. That's why we made a big run all the way to Chatham today. We just caught an $8,600 fish here, and we plan to do it again.
Baits are flying. Line going out. Putting 2 weights on here, a 20, a 16.
All right, we're past the 3-hour mark, so I think I'm going to spend some time with my puppy. So I appreciate everybody. Love everyone that helps support your boy, and happy Father's Day. And I'll be back later on, obviously, tomorrow around 5, 6, 7 p.m. I'll decide when I end up doing the stream. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.